1 South Pine Street in Cabot. Find them on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell from Bell Chevrolet. Football season in Arkansas is one of my favorite times of the year. And I think we can all agree that game days are better with tailgating. Fourth quarters are better with game-winning field goals. And the best played games are better with teamwork. And just like on the field, Bell Chevrolet is better because of our people and their dedication to our customers. Shop Bell Chevrolet and BellChevrolet.com today. Together, let's drive.
Live from the Eat My Catfish studios, it's time for Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. It's Drive Time Sports on the Buzz Radio Network with your hosts, Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaeffer. Lock it in and get ready to dial us up. Drive Time Sports is on the air.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Drive Time Sports here on the Buzz Radio Network. Rick Schaeffer standing by in Northwest Arkansas. I'm Randy Rainwater from the capital city.
Ray Tucker on Drive Time Sports is brought to you by Gwatney GMC.
Good afternoon, Raymond. Good afternoon, Rick.
Hey, guys.
Turn the volume up. Turn the volume up.
It was my fault, looked at my phone.
My fault, not yours. My fault, not yours. Sorry about that. Yeah. Hey, wow. So how about this? It's time for football. And remember that? I can't remember which movie it was where Steve Martin jumped up and down when the new phone books got here. The new phone books are here. The new phone books are here.
It's from The Jerk.
Okay. Well, the depth chart is here. The depth chart is here.
I was just telling Raymond about that. I said, I thought I was right on track with everything until the depth chart arrived. And I thought, oh, my goodness, I've got so much work that I've got to get done now between. Actually, this is a very busy opening week. Because Wednesday we'll be back at Crain Hyundai. Then Thursday we have our very first Crain team, Red Zone, that will be live from Sylvan Hills. They take on Maumelle. Then Friday will be in Atkins for a Sonic Blast as Atkins takes on Perryville. Then Saturday, where are we going to be then? Oh, it's a game, Alabama A&M in Fayetteville. So I'm ready. I am ready. This is game week, as you mentioned, and what's better than game week?
Well,
now, you realize,
be a good week.
Did you realize our fearless leader, Justin Acree?
Hey, he was in Dublin, Ireland.
He was in Dublin, and his team won. Iowa
Congratulations.
State. Yeah.
Isn't that great? I don't know how many games they'll win, but when you go all the way to Dublin to watch your team, it's good that they won.
Well, they're ranked number 22 in the country. K-State was number 17.
Good win. Great for Iowa State. Glad for Justin.
I didn't realize how emotional that game was, though. Did you? Did y'all realize how emotional that game was?
I tell you how emotional it was.
No.
The yard markers kept washing off the field.
Oh,
with
yeah,
rain.
that kept happening.
Oh, did it rain?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game.
Oh, it rained nonstop, pretty much.
Okay.
And they put the lines back on there at half, and they didn't last very long.
They didn't last very long.
Really?
They were slogging around in that.
Okay. I didn't see the game.
This is what I'm talking about. The game's over.
Yeah.
And father and son of the starting quarterback for Kansas State gets in a fight. I mean, a fight.
Yeah. You mean
now, I couldn't tell whether it was the
father,
not the player's son. I mean, not the player, but his brother and dad get into a fight. And the video that I saw,
the dad of the brother.
The dad of the brother.
They got into a fight?
And the dad, who's quarterback, did well. Passed for over 200 yards in the game for K-State.
And somebody got it on video.
Yeah, I watched the video, and I couldn't tell. I think the dad was on the bottom, best I could tell, because the son looked to be pretty good size.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
They got into a fight.
Boy, aren't we happy?
Dad and the son got into a fight.
Yeah, aren't we happy? Happy.
They figured out why?
I didn't get the details of the why.
Wow. Goodness.
Well, the other, I won't call this exciting aspect, but do you know the entire details, Rick, of what went on the University of Arkansas campus today?
Well, I
There
don't know a
was
lot
a
of the
shooter
details.
alert.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a shooter alert, but they could never find a shooter. You know, this happened at the University of South Carolina yesterday.
Yes.
They had a shooter alert, and then there was no shooter. And I happened to talk to a young guy today. I stopped at the bank on my way home from a seminar I was at, and he's a student at U of A, and he says, yeah, I was on campus when it happened. So he was in the classroom, and he said a teacher's assistant ran up to the professor, whoever the teacher was, and whispered in their ear, and then they were told what was going on. They barricaded their door at the classroom, and then they said 2 to 3 minutes later they were given the option of staying in the classroom or going home. And they all left out of the classroom, and I'm thinking, did they tell them first that there didn't look like there was a shooter, or they just say, hey, head for the hills? And he said, no, they didn't tell us that. But that's all I know. I was also in Springdale at about 12:30, and near I-49, and zoom, state police, zoom, Springdale police. They were hitting I-49 to head down there. So
Well,
that's all I know. But to my knowledge, they haven't ever found a shooter. Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah. Yes. In fact, at one stage, and this is really how things get out of hand so quickly, and that is 3 shooters. Their first was said there were 3 shooters.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And it was all happening in the library.
Yeah, Mullins Library.
And then about 30 minutes later, get an update, so to speak, and it's saying they're looking for an active shooter. Now it's just one. So I don't know
They
what the
didn't find him.
actual details.
Well, he wasn't active when, again, I was up in Springdale at a business thing, and my wife was texting me, and she said, no injuries so far reported. Well, it turns out if there's no shooter, there's no injuries, and praise God for that. You know,
Absolutely.
we don't need this. None of the campuses that have had shooters don't need that, and campuses where these rumors, what is that about? Is this somebody starting? And of course, I'm thinking, great time to go rob a bank, because all the police, they're all in one location. So anyway, it's
I'm sure the authorities are going to get to the bottom of it.
yeah, they will.
And you hope it's not a student, because otherwise his career
it's over.
is
Yeah,
over at the
that's
University of Arkansas.
Yeah.
If you're thinking, I didn't have my homework ready
Yeah.
to turn in, so I think this is the best way to get out of the class.
That is not a prank you pull. That is not a prank. There's
Absolutely
nothing funny
not.
about it. Nobody laughs. People feel they're scared. You know, there's I don't know if you've read studies, but young people dealing with anxiety is at an all-time high.
Sure, I've read that. Yes.
Now you throw that out there too. I mean, that's just really sick. If that was rumored and there was nothing to it.
Well,
I'm glad there was nothing to it.
Let's have a feel-good story. Let's
Okay.
have
All
a
right.
feel-good story.
I'm for that.
Tommy Fleetwood. Were you
Fleetwood
watching?
Mac?
No, not Fleetwood Mac, but Tommy Fleetwood, by way of the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
He had won several international events, but had never won on the PGA Tour.
Like 147 events or something crazy?
Like 164
64 events.
PGA Tour events. And you could feel for the guy, because just maybe 2 weeks ago, playing in Memphis, we talked about how he choked. If you remember,
He did choke.
he missed about a 3 or 4 foot putt. I mean, he didn't just miss it. It was horrible.
His hand came off the putter.
Yeah.
I don't normally say an athlete choked. I don't like to
I
say
agree.
that.
I agree,
but,
Raymond.
But he choked.
Well, he entered the event that is this tour. This was the final of 3.
Of the FedEx Cup.
Top 30 golfers in the world, and it was his 4th time and 3rd time this year alone that is holding at least a share of the lead entering the final round. That's 4th time, 3rd time this year, holding at least a share of the lead entering the final round. He's the first player since the FedEx Cup began in 2007 to earn his first PGA Tour win in the Tour Championship. And it was fun to watch him, what they showed us, in the early part of the tournament, because, I mean, he was high-fiving kids. They were falling like he was the Pied Piper. And then is about hole 14, he put his game face on. And you didn't see any more of the high fives and hand slaps and all the other thing with the kids. It was all business.
Kudos to the golf fans in our country in the fact that they all understood his situation, and you could tell from the very start they were pulling for him.
Absolutely.
And down the stretch, and they went crazy when he won.
Absolutely.
You know, when he was in Memphis, when he gave that tournament away, coming down the stretch, fans started the USA, and he was playing against J.J. Spawn, who's an American, and they started that, which I
and
thought,
we'll be on the Ryder Cup,
which I thought was pretty. I didn't like it at all. The Ryder Cup's the Ryder Cup. Although Scotty Scheffler has told stories about, I think it was the Scottish Open, where things were said to him by the crowd that were way, way out of line. So that does happen, but the fans pulled for him, and I thought that was terrific.
That was very cool. And Keegan Bradley, he is the captain.
He's got a decision to make.
Man, is he not playing? Well, how do you not be? Last time there was a playing captain was Arnold Palmer. You got to go back several years.
No kidding.
Yep.
That's several years, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got a decision to make. I think he belongs as part of the playing team.
I think he shot a 63 on Saturday.
Oh, he was red hot. I mean,
Wow.
he kind of struggled down the stretch yesterday. I thought, he's making a run.
We go back to football. I watched the Iowa State K-State game.
Yep.
I also watched Stanford and Hawaii.
Well, what a way to lose that game.
And Hawaii had a redshirt freshman quarterback who was about 5'9". He was from Hawaii, and he hurt his ankle early in the game. You talk about a courageous performer. He played the rest of the game hobbling around, and when they go off the field, he would just basically go off on one foot, and he played the entire game like that, and led them to victory. And they had a kicker, Japanese kicker. And he had never seen football. He learned how to kick off of YouTube, went to junior college route, and now he's kicking for University of Hawaii and won the game for him with a long field goal.
Game winner, yep. And I had forgotten that Andrew Luck had Frank Wright as the head coach,
and he is
for Stanford.
And Luck is the general manager.
Luck is the general manager. Fired the previous coach for bullying.
You guys are way ahead of me. I didn't pay attention to any college football Saturday other than I knew the Iowa State Kansas State score and I forgot Stanford was playing at Hawaii. You guys are addicts. If you're watching those games the first week, I get Iowa State.
I am a football. I love college football.
Yeah, I do too. I don't have to be an addict to watch it.
Oh, guys. I'm happy for you.
All your families here actually would like to have a talk with you. Everybody come on in.
That's right.
Give me counseling now.
I'm Randy Rainwater, and I've been addicted to. I'm Ray Tucker. Well, this week there are 91 games. Did you know that? There are 91 games, and Athlon has rated them from best to worst. And Arkansas came out better than I thought. Number 54. It's the 54th best game out of 91 this week, according to them. And it is Alabama. But here's what it says: why you should watch. Alabama A&M lost 73-3 to Auburn last season and is under the direction of a new coach and former NFL player Sam Shade. The Bulldogs are unlikely to provide much resistance here, but Arkansas is an intriguing team to watch. I think that's the first time I've seen that word used with Arkansas in a long time. Quarterback Talon Green is primed for a monster year, working under coordinator Bobby Petrino for the second year. However, Arkansas dipped heavily into the portal for help on both sides of the ball. How are all the new pieces fitting in? Again, I thought just using the word intriguing with Arkansas, I haven't seen that. It's wonderful. So it's the 54th best game of the week. How about that? And you can guess, I mean, the top three are pretty easy to pick out. Texas at Ohio State is easily
number one
game.
Yeah.
LSU at Clemson, easily the number two
Number
game.
two, yep.
And Notre Dame plays at Miami. Now, that's a Sunday game. How about this? Bill Belichick's first game is Labor Day night. I guess because of him, ABC went for Monday Night Football, and they get North Carolina and TCU Monday night. So there are games that count. And it's not week one. This is week two because they had week one last week. We know that.
We
had some games. They had games, didn't they?
They did not call. They're not calling this week number two. They're calling this week number one.
I didn't pay any attention to the games last week. But does that mean since I didn't watch any of them and it's week zero?
They did, yeah.
Do they count?
It's still week zero.
Ask Justin Acree if that Iowa State game counted. He sat in the rain for that?
Yes.
Well, I didn't ask him. I didn't say, did you take an umbrella? Oh, did you happen to take a rain suit? I don't know.
When he came in today, was his hair still wet?
I can say this much.
Yeah.
I drove in today.
Yeah.
76 degrees.
Oh, it's 72 here.
76 degrees. You're talking August the 25th. Yeah. Holy smokes.
Well, Randy, hold on to your hats then, because Saturday's high in Fayetteville is now projected at 76 degrees.
I better be taking me a blanket.
Now,
excuse me, it's up to 78 again. It was 76 yesterday. 78. Friday here it's 73. Saturday 78 and cloudy.
I saw pictures of Justin and his girlfriend Natalie, and they had been rained on. I can tell you that.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, most stadiums don't let you bring umbrellas in.
Nope.
I don't know about in Europe, but
nope.
No.
Nope, you're right about that. All right, let's talk with James. James, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive Time Sports.
I wanted to chime in on the Fayetteville thing. I have a grandson up there.
Yeah.
So I called my daughter and I asked her what she had heard. And she said that she had heard there was two guys making a TikTok video with Nerf guns.
Oh my gosh!
Now you can believe what you want to, okay? But that's what I heard. Yeah. That's what's going around from the students up there.
Well, let's do this, guys. Let's don't start spreading rumors. And we're going to put something out on something that could have been that serious. Let's have the facts before we start talking about it.
Well, even there, I think maybe if none of this was ever publicized. Okay.
Thank you, James.
If none of this was ever publicized, maybe nobody would pay attention and there wouldn't be a second and a third incident.
I have a very close friend who called me and told me his daughter was in the class and told me what her account of things. And I don't know that for a fact, so I'm not going on the air with it. So.
Yeah, well, I do know. I did talk to that student that was in his class. So that's why I shared that.
Yeah. Let's talk to Steve. Steve, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive Time Sports.
Hello, gentlemen.
What's up, Steve?
Well, first of all, I think it was stupid what happened because I was involved. I'm a victim of a armed robbery from when I worked at the Spina store. So when something like this happens, it's serious.
Well, sure, it's serious.
Yeah, that's right. That's why it's not a prank, and if somebody pulled a prank, that was the wrong thing to do.
Well, to me, I don't care if it was one student or 10. If they pulled this prank, get them out of the university and expel them.
I'm guessing they will.
On the screen here in our studio, it says updates from U of A looking like a possible hoax call.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And if they find them, and if they are students, I would guess that they would be expelled immediately.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, you know, this society now is gun crazy.
Yeah, it's not a good deal. You're right.
And another that this is a game week now.
Yep, it is.
And high school football starts this week.
Yep.
And then, of course, SAU won't play till next Thursday when they play Oklahoma Baptist at home. So I still got another week for SAU, but I hope Arkansas won't show everything until leave something secret for Ole Miss.
Shouldn't have to.
Should
not have to. They should.
But,
what about Arkansas State?
If it's like, if I'm talking about Alabama A&M.
That's all I got, guys.
Thank you, Steve. If it's like the UAPB game, okay, I think the starters may have played one series to begin the third quarter, maybe. And this was with a shortened third quarter. In fact, it was a shortened second half, was it not, Rick, if I remember correctly? I don't think there was a half that we know by normal terms, which is 15 minutes a quarter in that UAPB game. I don't know if something like that will happen this Saturday.
Didn't they have a running clock?
I don't know. Yeah, they did. You can use a running clock. Did UAPB, did they do third and fourth quarters 12 minutes last year?
Seemed like it was 12 minutes.
I think that's what
they
did.
They had a running clock.
And a running clock.
Well, yeah, might have done both, yeah. But, hey, it was also a lot hotter. You know, it's not going to be that hot. It's not going to be that hot, and Arkansas has no other tune-ups. I got to believe they're going to want to play as many guys as they can if they have that opportunity to do so.
All right, Rick Schaeffer, Ray Tucker. I'm Randy Rainwater. Drive Time Sports will continue.
Beechwood Hospitality presents coverage of the Dallas Cowboys on 103.7 The Buzz. Beechwood Hospitality, the leader in hotel property management.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
It's the largest and heaviest moving part in your home, the garage door. It never fails at a convenient time. Trust Overhead Door Company of Little Rock to keep your garage door running smoothly 24/7, 365 days a year. With same-day service and trusted technicians, Overhead Door Company of Little Rock is the team to call. The original Red Ribbon Garage Door Company since 1967. Call 501-510-6399 or schedule online at overheaddooroflittlerock.com.
You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. But that didn't stop you, did it? You knew you could get arrested. You could incur huge legal expenses, and you could possibly even lose your job. You were well aware of the consequences of driving drunk. But one thing's for sure. You were wrong when you said it was no big deal. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by the Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
Injured? Let's talk about getting help now.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888.
Whether injured at night, on a weekend, or a holiday,
dial 8 for Rainwater, Holds, and Sexton.
888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge Store here in Sherwood. Today, I want to talk to you and ask you to consider us for your automotive needs. First, we have a family atmosphere. My grandson, Sam Fletcher, is there every day, along with Zippy, our GM, and an outstanding sales team. We're a family, and that's how we want to treat our customers. Our service department is excellent. We even have loaner cars for customers who buy from us. We don't have loaner cars from buy somewhere else. When it comes to pricing, We put our prices on the windshield. You don't have to find a salesman to ask for a price. Everyone gets the lowest price. We check the internet and we compare the same make and models at all of our competitions. You always get the best deal at Fletcher Dodge. And all of our pre-owned vehicles come with a free warranty. Yes, I did say that. Folks, my goal for 36 years is for you to know us and trust us and know that we value you, our customer. Come see us in person on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop us online at FletcherDeals.com.
Randy Rainwater is taking Drive Time Sports to Atkins for the first Sonic Blast of 2025, where the Red Devils welcome Perryville. Make sure you grab that limited edition t-shirt, courtesy of Design Lab in Hot Springs, while they last. The Sonic Blast on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Sonic Drive-Ins.
Welcome back to Drive Time Sports, live from the Eat My Catfish studios, where it's much like any of the 7 Eat My Catfish locations, minus the always fresh, delicious food options like the family pack catfish dinners. You're safe at home with Drive Time Sports on the Buzz Radio Network.
Coming out of the bottom half of the hour break. Well, that was real smooth, wasn't it, Ray? Neal Atkinson joins us from Saracen Resort down in Pine Bluff. Neal, you got spreads on games already?
Yep. Well, we earlier today we released the official line. We put an early line on Arkansas and Alabama and A&M of 39.5, and the consensus came out at 42.5. So if you would have bet the early line and you bet on Arkansas, you got in a little bit better of a deal. But right now the main line is out. There won't be a money line. Typically, you won't see money lines on these games when the point spread's over 23. And this one is Arkansas was favored over Alabama A&M by 42.5. I just wish we could have Arkansas versus Alabama without the A&M there, favored at 42.5, and we'd be in good shape. But well, we'll get there one day maybe. But anyway, and the over and under's at 59.5. So that you've got that line out. We'll get the UCA Missouri line out probably later on tonight or first thing in the morning. And we got the rest of the SEC matchups already on the front page. And I guess the other good news is NFL preseason's over. So when we see NFL, it will all be real football from here on out.
All right, you're in Pine Bluff, and UAPB plays at Texas Tech. Anything on that one?
Yeah, we'll get that one up hopefully maybe Wednesday, Thursday. You know, when you have a FCS paying a top 25 ranked team like that, they don't like to release those lines until about 24 hours before. But we're pushing them, and we'll get it up early this week because we can get it up early this week. But, yeah, we will definitely have a line on that one later on. Not quite sure where it's going to be. I would think it would be in the 40 and 50 range, like it was versus Arkansas last year.
May I ask one more?
Yeah.
What do you have on Michigan and Texas? I mean, Ohio State, Texas.
Michigan, Ohio State. That's been at 2 pretty steady. As you know, this is the first time that in some polls you got number 1 and number 2 playing. Right now, it's showing Ohio State third, but Ohio State is favored by 2 over Texas, and the money line's minus 125, and the over/under is 47.5. And I know a lot of us are going to be ready for College Game Day on Saturday morning with the big tribute to Lee Corso that day. I know my eyes will be glued to it, but a lot to be looking forward to this week, and the rest of it gets started this Thursday. And don't forget, you got WNBA and the pennant races in the NBA, and you got golf and all that going on while we're getting ready for the start of college football also.
Neal, appreciate you as always, and I'll talk to you again tonight, 7:20 on Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors.
Ray, you're going to need to help Neal out on Monday, get him an eye doctor appointment since his eyes are going to be glued to a television. Gotta help him out.
Unglue him.
That was a delayed buzz, too. I was looking over to see if the buzz
I'm
was
having
going
to reach. I need to move this thing closer.
I don't know where this. Yeah, move it closer to you.
There you go.
Yeah, my eyeballs are vibrating now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
they're not glued, but they're vibrating.
That would be a horrible surgery, by the way.
Well, it's different than the ones who stick their tongue on a frozen light post.
I know.
All right, so we're talking now with Courtney Mimms. Aren't you glad we have such intelligent conversations on this program, Courtney?
No, guys, I love it. I think they're wonderful. I actually have stuck my tongue to a frozen light pole before, and it was not fun pulling my tongue off of it. So
What'd you do that for?
I wouldn't admit it.
Yeah, what? Yeah. I'm not.
I had seen it in a cartoon.
Oh, my gosh.
And the first time I went to, my dad was playing a team in Alaska, okay? And I went up there with him to Alaska. And they had a frozen light pole, and I said, I'm going to do it. And my dad went, don't you dare. And I think I was about 13 years old. I did it. And it was a horrible, horrible idea, guys. Never do that, okay?
Well, at 13, you had to have seen A Christmas Story because it runs on repeat for like 3 or 4 weeks every December. No warning from that?
Yeah, no warning from Christmas Story because at the time I had never watched A Christmas Story. Wow. When I was 13, I had never watched A Christmas Story. I didn't watch A Christmas Story until maybe 3-4 years ago. So well into my 20s, Rick, well into my 20s there.
Well, we know how old you are, so we're not going to ask you how long ago it was. So, anyway, well, I was thinking about doing that, but now that you've advised us not to, I'm definitely not going to.
Oh, my goodness. You were not.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I'm being sarcastic. My gosh, finally I slipped one past you.
Golly, I'm starting to say, wait a minute.
Just open the fridge and stick your tongue to the ice maker, Rick. You'll be all right.
That can't feel good for him to believe it so quickly.
Okay, time out.
Thank you.
Get this
hey,
thing.
Courtney, it's
game week. It's game week.
First game
Golly, it's game week.
Thank goodness it's game week, right, guys?
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah,
I mean, finally we get to stop pining over this team and going, we don't know, we're hoping this, we're hoping to see this. Finally, we're going to get to see this team in action. I'm ready to be done with the talking and the talking season and just see the action. I know you guys are too.
Well, talking season in Arkansas, as in most SEC states, is 9 months and the season's 3. Because, Randy, we'll tell you, on drive time, we've done this many years, rarely does a day go by, no matter what time of year it is, when football doesn't come up at least once.
That is true.
So talking season goes a long time. So at least they've been practicing. But now you're right. It'd be nice to see a game.
It really would be. And I know Arkansas fans who are listening to this right now are going, yeah, just let's see this team in action. And also, I mean, it's kind of good. Alabama A&M, by far the easiest team on this schedule. So I think a lot of fans are also ready to go into the season and go, okay, we've got a team that can kind of just get this team's feet wet, so to speak, before you get into the real meat of this schedule and how tough it is. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's better than a scrimmage because you are playing another team. You don't expect them to be that good. I can't imagine. Of course, I didn't think they'd run up the score on UAPB, and it just kind of happened because they scored on every possession last year. But we also know that no matter what happens Saturday, that's not a clear picture of what may happen the rest of the year because, as you just mentioned, the rest of the opponents are much more difficult.
Yeah, and honestly, you're exactly right because a lot of people have said, well, will this tell us anything? I said, hopefully it tells us that this team can, at least hang in those other games. If they put up 40, if they need to beat this team by at least 40, possibly more, and that's my opinion, guys, and that may seem a little harsh, but that's what some of these other teams in the SEC are going to do with these smaller opponents, and Arkansas needs to show that they can hang with the rest of them, right?
I think the other thing is it's the first game of the year and anything you can make mistakes, but last year Arkansas was so turnover prone. If they could play a clean game on Saturday, only a penalty or two, and not turn the ball over, that would be a good indication of what might come.
Absolutely. I mean, you definitely want a clean game, especially with all the things that Pittman was saying in the scrimmages about, we don't want a ton of penalties. And well, I would like to see some turnovers. I would like to see the defense force some turnovers.
You mean force them? Yes.
Not from Arkansas, guys. Whoa. I'd like to see the defense force some turnovers. Yes. I would like to see the offense not commit any turnovers. So I think everybody is hopefully going to see that this Saturday. And, hey, I hope they get a good crowd, too. I know it's just Alabama A&M, but I know people are excited to go out to Razorback Stadium and watch this game. So I hope that they get a decent-sized crowd.
What are you hearing concerning the crowd, Courtney? Are you hearing? I mean, it sounds like
I've
except
heard
for
back
some
and forth.
upper deck tickets.
Yeah,
sounds like that's all that's left.
Looks like they've sold.
Yeah, and that's what I.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, guys. I was just about to say that, where it's like, hey, we should have a decent-sized crowd with the tickets we have left. As you guys know, some of those tickets are bought up and people don't show up to the game and yada, yada, yada. And so you really have to see what it's like. But the weather's going to be great, so that's going to play into the Razorbacks' favor for that game of getting people out to Razorback Stadium because it'll just be such a great day. I think with a 3 o'clock kickoff, you're asking people to come out. It's not an early kickoff. It's not super late, but it's just perfect for people who want to come out and see this game. And you also didn't have a spring game. So that's another thing that's factoring in. There's so many people that wanted to see this team in spring and didn't get an opportunity to. So
I've forgotten about that. That was called off.
The depth chart was released today. Have you had a chance to look at it? And if you have, any surprises to you?
Yeah, no, honestly, it looks very similar to what we would think was going to happen. And kind of this is the thing I tell people about the depth chart, is that when their SID releases it, sometimes things are going to look a little bit different, and it is that first game. So there's still sometimes things will change after that first game. That UAPB one came out last year, and we were going, oh, look at this and look at this. And it was told after to us, guys, this is the first game. This is what's released right now, but it's always subject to change. And so, no, nothing looks crazy or out of the normal to me, but I think it'll be really exciting to see what they have because we've heard so much about some of the guys that have been through fall camp and have impressed in fall camp, and this will be a great opportunity for us to see them in action and without just going through indie drills in the first 15 minutes of practice.
I think the oars are back. There's a lot of oars on here, whether you're talking right guard, right tackle, even the tight end. I've never seen that many oars concerning even the tight end position. And then you jump over to the defensive side. You got a bunch of oars over there, whether it's linebacker, defensive end, corners, safeties, a lot of oars. But I think when it's all said and done, do you not think, Courtney, you're going to see Emarion Harris at right tackle and Kobe Branham at right guard, at least to start off with?
Yeah, I would absolutely think you're correct on that. And that's why I kind of bring up to people who look at this depth chart and go, whoa, like you said, there's a ton of oars on it, and there's a ton of things that you're going, wait a second, who's going to play? But you're exactly right. Going through fall camp and looking at some of these guys, you go, okay, you have an idea of who they're going to trot out there, who's going to go out with the ones, who's going to start. And I think that's why you kind of have to take it and go, hey, depth chart, it's great that you have one. It's great that university released one, but it's going to change. You know, it's going to be different, and they have those oars just to give them options and just to say, okay, if we do go with this guy over this guy, it is the very first game, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's I look at every position, and even though there's not oars, for instance, at the running back position, we know Mike Washington sounds like he has earned the right to be the clear starter.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see, though, a lot of snaps going to Braylon Russell, and then you got Rodney Hill and A.J. Green. So you got to believe in a game like Alabama A&M, this is where you can go down deep in your depth chart, which will also help determine the depth chart, which you'll see then the following week against Arkansas State, and then things change from there. So anyway, all right, hang on, Courtney. We've got another segment with Courtney Mimms, and we're adding a new feature. When we come back, Courtney will highlight one Arkansas player every week. Starting today, I'll now let her introduce who she will spotlight in just a moment. Drive Time Sports will continue.
Centennial Bank presents Dan Hampton when he joins Morning Mayhem each week this football season. Centennial Bank, banking with you in mind. Member FDIC.
Are you tired of that old, outdated bathtub but not sure who to call? Use a contractor you can trust. Bath Makeover of Arkansas offers a 5-year workmanship warranty, a lifetime product warranty, and a dedicated 800 number just for warranty claims. And every estimate comes with a price lock guarantee. We are your trusted local source for high-quality, American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day, featuring our revolutionary new laser-etched shower wall systems. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower with 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase. And call 1-800-NEW-BATH now for a bonus, a free $25 Starbucks gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When Second's making a play, Short's got it covered.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Get a good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter agents Seth Hobbs, Larissa Kelly, or Matt Steele in Bryant today.
Stop and shop at our Conway and Little Rock showrooms. That's Hawks Homes. Has been serving Central Arkansas since 1986. Now, why buy from Hawks? We're the only manufactured and modular dealer that can build your custom home from your plans. You dream it, we can build it. Hunting clubs, churches, classrooms, restaurants, daycare centers, modular office buildings, school dorms. Check them out online at hawkshomes.net.
Morning Mayhem was loaded for a Monday with Chris Kane, thanks to Trader Bill's. Speaking of Bill Vickery was in, thanks to So Restaurant. We gave away another chocolate sack. Tuesday is just as loaded. No Basil, because he'll be bringing Jimmy Johnson for the Touchdown Club, so Pigskin Preacher will be in the house. Bruce James will be with us, thanks to Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. We'll also have John Daly, thanks to Moe's Southwest Grill. It's Morning Mayhem. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Tune in weekday mornings from 6 to 10 for the Morning Mayhem, only on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Eat My Catfish studios, you feed your crave for sports by listening to Drive Time Sports. Much like you feed your crave at any of the 7 Eat My Catfish locations. You've got Drive Time Sports locked in on the Buzz Radio Network. Here is Randy Rainwater.
If your business isn't banking with First Security Bank, you need to give them a look. Their business banking product is packed with valuable benefits, such as free online banking with free bill pay, business check line, business visa, business debit card, direct deposit payroll services, safe deposit box, retirement services, commercial account analysis. These are just a few of the many benefits your business will enjoy with the business banking account at First Security. But it's more than just great products. At First Security, it's about providing a better relationship. They'll sit down with you over a cup of coffee just to learn more about your business needs. So give them a chance to earn your business. Bank better with the business checking account at First Security Bank. Because at First Security, their bottom line is making your business better. Remember FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, only in Arkansas. That's First Security Bank. Again, joined by Courtney Mimms. And Courtney, we're starting this week a new segment called Spotlight, Highlight, however you want to look at it. And I told you you have, I guess you can call it editorial freedom, whether you talk offense, defense, or specialty teams. So Where do you want to start today with the spotlight?
Yeah, I'd like to spotlight someone on the defense because I feel like we talk a lot about offensive players. When I talk to Razorback fans, they always go, you highlight all these guys, Mike Washington and Taylor Green and Raylan Sharp and Omega Blake. So I want to highlight someone on the defense. And I want to highlight someone on the defense that I really think is going to surprise people this year. And so I'm going to go with Miguel Mitchell, redshirt junior, safety for Arkansas, 6'1", 222 pounds. He's out of Oxford, Alabama. And people don't realize this guy was so good coming out of high school. He was a top 35 player in the state of Alabama by 24 Sports, their composite rankings. He was named the MVP in the 2021 Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game. And so he signed with Florida coming out of high school and played 2 seasons with the Gators. And so he started at Florida. He appeared in 13 games as a freshman, 8 games as a sophomore in 2023. And in that sophomore season, he finished it with 37 tackles. He had 19 of them solo, 2 pass breakups, and an interception. Then he hit the transfer portal, okay? So he comes over to Arkansas before last season. And a lot of the reason why I think some people forget about him is because he was hurt a majority of the front half of the season with injury. So he only appeared in 5 games, and 2 of them he started in. You might remember he ended the season on a really, really high note in that Liberty Bowl game because he had a career-high 8 tackles and an interception. I remember it because I was watching it. He returned that interception 47 yards, and I thought I was going, oh, my gosh, this guy's awesome. Where has he come from? And I looked and I went, oh, it's Miguel Mitchell. And so I think this is a guy that people don't have him on their radar right now. But when he was coming out of Florida, I remember hearing things that were coming out of their camp saying, man, that was a loss for us. That was a real loss for us because he was developing and looking really, really good. And if he hadn't have been injured last year, I think he would have been a huge help to that secondary, which was struggling. You guys know that at times throughout the season. So it would have been nice to have a healthy Miguel Mitchell last year, but now they do. And so I think it's going to make a big difference. He's the guy I'm going with, highlighting him. He's the guy I want to highlight right off the bat for the segment.
Number 16 in your program, Miguel Mitchell. Yeah, that interception, if I remember correctly, against Texas Tech was either in the end zone or at the goal line. I can't remember specifically, but I think it was very close to a couple of yards, maybe even into the end zone. So, yeah, it was a big pick. And there was a game, Courtney, in the latter, I don't know if it was, I can't remember which game it was, but he had his struggles in pass coverage. And that would be one area that certainly he'll need to work on, improve upon, and hopefully has improved upon. But then we read how at times Monte Harrison seems to be terrorizing the secondary. So I don't know if that's, again, an area hopefully he's improved upon from last year to this year.
And you have to remember, too, we don't really know, right, how much of the injury and how much that affected him, some of that in the latter half of the season, right? And so I think about that all the time where you think about Taylor Green, right, and how much we didn't realize how injured he was and how he played through that and how much better he could have been had he had been 100% healthy. I think about the same thing with Mitchell. How hurt was he? And we don't know that. We only he would know that. Only the coaching staff would know that. But a lot of people are really high on him, and I love the connection he had with Travis Williams. Obviously, he knew secondary coach Darren Wilson, who's now back at Florida, actually. Kind of funny there. But he had a connection with T-Will because he played with Auburn linebacker KJ Britt in high school. And so, obviously, he played for Williams. And so there was that connection there, and he was like, I just want to play for T-Will. And so I really love that, too. I don't know how many people know that about him, but I thought that was a really cool connection. But you're exactly right. He needs to have improved there, and we'll see what happens I feel like everything we're seeing from him in fall camp, he looks like he is more confident. He is ready to go for this upcoming season and more healthy too, right? That's a huge thing.
They're showing on this depth chart, speaking of Miguel Mitchell, with an or with Caleb Wooden. Have you had a chance to see much of Caleb Wooden?
Yeah, we have. And this is why I think when you ask me, was there anything weird on the depth chart, the ors are kind of interesting here. And that's an interesting or to me. You mentioned the tight ends. I think this is an interesting one because Miguel Mitchell definitely, he needs to play. He needs to get time out there. I think absolutely he's proven that through fall camp. But so is Caleb Wooden. He's a guy that transferred in from Auburn and was highly, highly spoke of at Auburn. And when he came in spring, I was talking to Larry Worth, and he said, I don't think people understand how good this kid is. His stats do not show it from at Auburn, but, man, this kid is hungry. This kid is ready. This kid wants to learn and be better. And so Caleb, the guy, when I've talked to him, the few times I've gotten to one-on-one, he has a great football IQ, and he is a tough player. Sometimes he may not look like it, right? But he is a tough player, and he's quick, too. So I like him, too. It will be interesting to see who plays, who gets more playing time, because there is that or there. I think we'll see a lot of both of them, quite honestly.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see a lot of several players, those two included. You know, it's interesting, Courtney, I don't know that it's been this clear-cut when it comes to the special teams. There's not one or. Not one or.
I know.
I thought there might be a little bit of a battle that seemed to be going on between Scott Starzik and Blake Ford, but clearly number 80 is going to trot out there, true freshman Scott Starzik. The one that I've got my eye on this Saturday is going to be number 15. They've got him as the lead punt returner. In fact, I think he's made several preseason lists as even nationally as a punt returner. That's Cam Shanks. I said Cam Shanks. I'm anxious to see number 15. And then I'm also anxious to see number 6, Raylan Sharp. He's the backup, if you will, at the punt return. They've got Rodney Hill back as the kick returner along with Markalen Batten. So there's some interesting names there that you can kind of watch, see how they perform. I'm hoping all these hamstrings are 100% so that they can go 100%. So there's some interesting aspects on that as well. All right, we've had our first spotlight. Look forward to next week. All right, Courtney, we will talk with you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Randy.
See you Saturday. That's Courtney Mimms. Fox 16, Channel 4, and the Pig Trail Nation. Drive Time Sports coming up next. Trey, Biddy, hogsports.com.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days on select Hyundai models. Only at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in today. Offers end September 2nd. Call 469-405-7740 for details.
It's the end-of-season blowout sale going on now at Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. Save 10 to 75% off store-wide, including Pollywood Furniture, Prowler, and BeatBot automatic pool cleaners, in-stock toys, games, and floats. Use savings on all pool chemicals. Get this, truckload pricing on hot tubs. With a hot tub purchase, you get a free cover lifter and steps. Savings of about $1,000. Luxury Pool and Spa is giving away a Pentair variable speed pump and automatic pool cleaner. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com for more info.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Drive Time Sports by Aero Truck Sales. Find them online at aerotruck.com.
The last bastion of quality programming.
Why would you listen to any other radio station than 1037 The Buzz? KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's DJ Williams.
A new state law that places tighter limits on vape and tobacco products will go into effect. That'll be next week. The law bans the sale of disposable nicotine vapes unless they are FDA approved, waiting for FDA review, or tied up in an appeal. The state's tobacco control agency is working on a public list of products that are allowed. Stores that sell products that are not on that list could face fines or lose those permits. And the Pentagon is mobilizing 1,700 troops to 19 states, including right here in Arkansas. They will be assisting immigration efforts. The White House says that they will help DHS in clerical support for processing illegal immigrants at ICE facilities. Secretary of Defense authorized their support through mid-November, but may decide to extend the timelines if necessary. This is DJ Williams with the Buzz Radio Network.
Find your lazy at Lazy Boy's Labor Day sale with some of the best savings of the year. Shackelford Galleries of Little Rock. Long live the lazy.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
A few scattered showers mainly this afternoon, so grab that umbrella as you head out the door if you're going to be out and about this afternoon. It's not going to be a washout, but we'll have some spotty showers here and there. Temperatures will be cooler than this weekend, highs only warming into the lower 80s later on today. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Benihana Happy Hour Specials, $3, $6, $9. Sushi, food, and cocktails. Available 5 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at Benihana Bar.
The Bud Light Little Blue Book is back on Drive Time Sports. Each Thursday at 4, Randy will open the Bud Light Little Blue Book, giving you a chance to call in and give your predictions like a pro. You can also submit your predictions on live fan feedback and the Buzz text line. Just give Randy the correct final score for the upcoming Razorback football game and the tiebreaker, and you win money, courtesy of Bud Light. It's the Bud Light Little Blue Book only on Thursday nights on 103.7 The Buzz. For a full list of rules, visit 1037thebuzz.com.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bobber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Stunning Ever Special Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Hi, it's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood. The new 2026 Rams are here. These new trucks have the best warranty in the industry, 10 years, 100,000 miles on the powertrain. Come in and also ask about our special on the all-new return of the Hemi motor. We've got discounts up to $12,000 off remaining on 2025 Rams and finance rates as low as 1.9%. And also $8,500 off all new Ram 2500 heavy duties. The new Jeep Wrangler up to $5,000 off. And the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee up to $7,000 off and up to $3,000 off the all-new Jeep Compass. We make it easy to buy, no high pressure, no haggling, and don't worry about your credit. Go to FletcherCredit.com and get pre-approved in minutes. Folks, we're still buying cars every day. So bring your old car to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and turn it into cash. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. Shop us before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
When you do something for over 50 years, you get really good at it. Like Bert here. He's been lifting weights for over 50 years. He can bench press a 400-pound nose guard, deadlift an elephant, even clean and jerk a truck filled with watermelons. Fantastic rep, Bert. We're a lot like Bert lifting weights, except we do it with insurance. Williamson Insurance with Auto Owners Insurance, protecting your business and your family for over 50 years.
Legendary NFL referee Walt Coleman on Morning Mayhem this football season is brought to you by Sigma Supply Packaging Products, now a part of Brady Plus. If you're not using Sigma Supply for your packaging and shipping, you got low-grade product, man. Online at sigmasupply.com.
I'm here with Laura Beth from Kaufman by Design West. Kaufman has over 7,000 square feet of beautiful new home decor pieces and design specialists on staff. See, that would be important for somebody like me who is design challenged.
Yeah, we have design specialists on staff and everything you need from lighting to flooring, designer hardware, and more.
And gift cards are available too. Check them out now. Kaufman by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road.
Or visit us online at kaufmanlumber.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. With football season beckoning, I was reading Athlon's picks for the upcoming season. They have the Hogs, number 39 in the country, and playing in the Birmingham Bowl against South Florida. South Florida? The locals have endured a lot of lousy football and are hungry for a good, solid team. If the offensive line comes together, if the quarterback improves, if the defense is stout, and if the schedule doesn't prove too daunting, well, I don't know. And they don't know. That's why we play the games. So go Hogs go and horns down. Double B's can help you replace all those calories expended via fandom with ice cream. Specifically, Mr. B's Ice Cream in Cabot and Clinton. Double B's is your ice cream oasis because Double B's is where you gas it, grab it, gobble up ice cream, and go. That's Double B's.
What's going on, everyone? DJ Williams here with the Buzz, and you know what it is. Touchdown Club. Jimmy Johnson. I'm talking about a legend in the sport, is coming to join us, and that's all thanks to our friends at Arkansas Spine and Pain. Also, Clint Conk is going to join us thanks to Farm Brothers Flying Services. Jordan Wicks, he's thanks to Crain Buick GMC of Conway. He just got called up as well. Going to wrap it up with some Eli Crainer as well. But we're going to be live at the Touchdown Club. Make sure you tune in. The Zone, where sports and entertainment come crashing together.
Live from the Eat My Catfish studios, it's time for Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. It's Drive Time Sports on the Buzz Radio Network with your hosts, Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaeffer. Lock it in and get ready to dial us up. Drive Time Sports is on the air.
Hour number 2 of Drive Time Sports here on the Buzz Radio Network. Rick Schaeffer standing by in Northwest Arkansas. I'm Randy Rainwater from the capital city.
Ray Tucker on Drive Time Sports is brought to you by Gwatney Buick GMC. And now, Trey Biddy is brought to you by Chris Crain Hyundai, Arkansas's #1 Hyundai dealer, and Genesis of Conway, Arkansas's only Genesis dealer. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today. Now, here's Trey Biddy.
Good afternoon, Trey.
Hey, guys.
Isn't it great? It's game week.
It is finally game week, and weird way to start the week, obviously, with the faux shooting, although I know that's still traumatizing for a lot of people. So thinking about those people, but man, what a weird way to start the day. I left the Pittman press conference today, and as I'm pulling out of the pit, I'm like, there's a cop just flying through, and then there are 2 pickup trucks behind him that are unmarked, and they're following him. I was like, what is going on? And get up there around the Student Union area on Maple, and there's just a ton of police up there. So obviously that unfolded around 12:30 to probably 2:30 probably, about when we started finding out that it was some kids with Nerf guns and stuff. So weird way to start the day. That is the second fake shooting that I've been involved with this summer. My daughter was at the cheerleading competition in Dallas, where 2 parents got in a fight and knocked over some of those big pillars that apparently sound like gunshots when they fall. I was actually in, do you remember 98, 99, Randy? There was a shooting at the University of Arkansas. I was in Kemple Hall in a class in the auditorium room, and they came in and said, what are y'all doing here? What are y'all still in here for? And we're like, what? And they're like, there's a shooter in the building. They're like, just please stay seated, remain calm. And I stood up and I told everybody, I was like, I'm getting out of here. You guys can follow me. And we ducked under the yellow tape and left the building. But I'm not sitting in a room where, there's a shooter in the building. But that was like 98, 99 or something like that. And unfortunately someone, or maybe 2 people were killed in that, maybe the shooter and I think a professor. But glad that was nothing like this. It's weird how this kind of stuff is going around all through campus. But ready to turn attention to football now that that's hopefully resolved and everything. And a lot of interesting stuff I thought on the depth chart. I'd written on Sunday, to keep an eye on Jaylen Brown, but I didn't think that he would be a starter right out of the gate. That was really surprising for a guy to come in as late as he did in a competition that we view as very competitive. I mean, the whole time this spring or this fall camp, we were just like, it could be this guy, it could be that guy. You know, this guy's been stepping up, this guy's been real consistent. And then, lo and behold, turn around and you see Jaylen Brown as one of the starting wide receivers. I think it probably says a lot about him. Of course, Raylan Sharp has a foot issue. I don't know if he'll be available for this game or not. I think he's supposed to practice today, but it could be when he gets back healthy that he's the guy in the slot and that C.J. Brown is the guy on the outside. But as we know, C.J. can play inside or outside. They effectively named 3 tight ends as a starter by putting an H-back and a Y tight end and then putting an or between Platt and Poshka. So we have 3 starting tight ends now. A couple of oars here and there, but you know what? Like we laugh about the oars, but Tennessee didn't even put out a depth chart. They're waiting until Saturday. And I think there's another school somebody showed me that didn't put out a depth chart, which is just ridiculous. Like, this is supposed to be entertaining for fans. Like, yes, it's important to the kids and stuff, but without the fans, there's nothing. And we shouldn't be on here. Like, if we're covering Tennessee, thank goodness we're not. But if we were, we shouldn't be on here talking about how there's no depth chart and not being able to speculate on the depth chart and discuss and, be entertained by this kind of stuff. So that's frustrating that teams around the country are doing that. They're blurring out people who throw interceptions, although I was told that wasn't a Tennessee quarterback. It was just an injured player. But just seems like we're just so hypersensitive on everything. Put out a depth chart. Alabama A&M put out a depth chart without a single or on there. They don't care. They don't care who sees an or who gets their feelings hurt that they're not number one. But thankfully Arkansas did at least put the depth chart out, and I appreciate that.
And this may be, Trey, is it not maybe the earliest we've seen a depth chart? Seems like we wait until Saturday until we get at the stadium.
No. It's
Monday. They put it in the pregame mailer or release on the first game.
Yeah, I intentionally.
This early?
Yeah, week one for years and years and years, I've intentionally gotten to the game week Monday press conference as early as makes sense. Usually leave the house about 11 or so. Because I know that they're going to. Now, they didn't print them off this year. Usually they print off but obviously I'm good with that now. I mean, everything's digital. But usually they print it off, and you'll get it. It's nice and warm because it just came off the printer. And we'll go through and I'll screenshot the depth chart and send it to Danny, and he'll publish the story because we've got it pretty much written except for making a few changes here and there. But we like to get that story out. But yeah. It's usually, Randy, it's been every Monday as long as I can remember of the first game week.
Okay.
But Randy probably remembers when some of the old SIDs put them in the press guides. They actually had preseason depth charts in the press guides. Haven't seen that in a long time.
See, that's
the SIDs Randy used to complain about the SID back
yes,
then.
I did.
How about that? Yeah.
Yes, I did. Okay, well, all right, Trey, the oars. Back to the oars.
Arkansas is going to start a crew team.
Yeah,
that's why they've got so many
oars. They're swimming downstream. But you mentioned the tight end. Kind of put that in perspective. What they did at the tight end, because you got an H and you got a Y, and then you get into the wide receiver Z that you were talking about, Jaylen Brown. No or between he and Andy Jean, but there was an or between Andy Jean and surprise, surprise, who showed up on the depth chart, Courtney Crutchfield. I did not expect to see Courtney's name on the depth chart.
Yeah, me too, Randy. So is it the H? They call him an H or an F tight end?
They have an H and a Y.
H and a Y. So H is basically that's like the H back, the sniffer H back, a guy that lines up off the line of scrimmage, those types of things. Usually suited for guys that are not huge hulking blockers. A Y is more of a traditional inline tight end.
They made sure they got all three of those involved. The other note, and this came from a very attentive listener, or anyway, supporter, says the depth chart looks like we are bigger this year. This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line.
They are. They are bigger, especially in the secondary. Not quite as big on the defensive line, but bigger in the secondary. And in fact, they did put an oar between Miguel Mitchell and Caleb Wooden, which all they've talked about is how great Miguel Mitchell has been doing, and how his football IQ, FBI, is off the charts, and how well he understands everything, how well he's playing. Well, I guess Caleb Wooden's doing really good too if they decide to put an oar next to his name. But if it is Miguel Mitchell, 6'1", 222, and it is Larry Worth, who we do see as listed as the starter at the boundary, 6'4", 226, and Kenai Walker at 6'2", 204, Julian Neal, 6'2", 208, and Jordan Young, 6', 198. I believe this would be the largest starting secondary in Arkansas Razorbacks history, and maybe by a little bit. I mean, that's a big secondary, and so what that tells me is, they should be rangy. Hopefully, they're fast. Also, some of the summer testing numbers on peak speed indicate that they have some good speed. I don't know if they're like just all elite speed back there, but they've got some good speed and really good size. And to me, that tells me that, maybe the windows could close a little faster. Maybe you get more hands on balls, more tip balls, more balls going up in the air, more potential for interceptions. And hopefully that's the case. But big secondary, linebackers are good size. I mean, there's not many linebackers that are, in the college level that are put together like Steven Dix is. Xavier Sawyer is more of a rangy type of linebacker, but they got some good size there. Defensive end with Boone and Quincy, that's good size ends. And they're not small overall in the defensive line. They're probably not on the upper half of the SEC in terms of overall size on the defensive line. Offensive line, especially if they start Shaq McCroy, be plenty big and huge at quarterback. Taylor Green's every bit of 6'6", maybe better, 230. Big running backs. I mean, depends on who you start at wide receiver. There's like the starting wide receivers, there's not just like a huge 6'4", 6'5", type of guy, but you do have Monte Harrison when he goes in the game. He's got some good size. So it's definitely not as big a wide receiver core as they had last year when they were 6'4", 6'4", 6'7", and what was Satania, about 5'11". Those were pretty much their top wide receivers last year. So definitely a bigger group of receivers last year. And tight ends, probably a little bit bigger at tight end this year because you got two, 6'5", 6'6" guys, 260 plus. In Poshka and Jaden Platt. Of course, you had Poshka last year, but I don't know if he was. Well, I guess towards the end of the year he was one of the top tight ends. But yeah, I mean it's a decent sized team for sure. I mean I think overall it's probably going to be in the upper half if you really wanted to. And sometimes guys like 6'5", 320. On one guy isn't 6'5", 320 on another. Everybody's built differently. Alabama, whenever you look at their offensive line, you'd be like, well, they're not that big. And you see them in person, and they're like, whoa, that dude is huge. When on paper they don't look, they look like a regular average size offensive lineman. So different people carry it different ways, but this team, I think, carries it pretty good.
Let's talk with Todd. Todd, good afternoon. You got a question or comment for Trey?
Well, I want to comment on what Trey said and also what the caller before Steve said about the situation up at the university. Yeah, my son is a freshman, and he's doing a gap year now because he had to have several surgeries on his knee. But he has a few friends that are still going there, and they was communicating back and forth during this situation, and they sent him a video of that's confirmed what Trey was talking about. Is there was two guys doing a TikTok, they said, with Nerf guns and making a TikTok video or whatever. And
those two guys won't be
they ended up
the University
arresting
of
one of them. They told him arrested one of them with he had a black hoodie on with some short pants. I did see that on the video, and so. To do something like that, they have to understand this is very, very serious. They are not playing with this at all.
I think they'll understand it when they're expelled.
Oh yeah. I can't imagine how somebody could think that that's funny or okay.
No.
And hopefully they were just completely naive and were just playing around, and this wasn't some kind of actual hope to scare people. But, I mean, I've got 2 interns up at the U of A. My niece goes to the University of Arkansas. My neighbor is the librarian at Mullins Library. Not the librarian. He runs the library. And, I just don't understand how somebody would think that's funny. You should have seen how many police and unmarked vehicles, I don't even know what they were up at the university today. It's just like
that's revenue. That's revenue, taxpayers' money at work right there, and you're playing with that. And hey, I forgot to tell you guys when I first called here, but I'm a long time listener, first time caller, and I really enjoy all of you guys, and I was like, I've been on hold, Randy and Rick, y'all for 52 plus minutes, and I'm like, the guy kept coming back saying,
really? Wow.
Are you still there, Tom? I said, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. So I said, I'm going to make Trey Biddy's segment.
That's dedication.
And I get to say hi to all of them, including Trey Biddy. I was Randy say, Trey Biddy.
Thank you for that.
Man, I really enjoy you guys. Y'all are spot on everything. I can't wait to tune in to y'all every day. I don't care if I'm at work. I'm going to turn you on the radio. I'm going to be there. And I really enjoy your show. Y'all do tremendous work. You're spot on everything. Even Courtney. I listen to her when she comes on. Yes, she's spot on. She's good. And I just enjoy the show, man. I just want to tell y'all that. That's all I have, and y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you,
Todd.
Very nice.
Wait, let's let him go on. He didn't That's the you could say that for the promo.
And talk about the customer service and me making sure he's okay and he's still there.
Hey, I take a lot of pride sometimes in starting off the show and I start talking, and then we go to the first caller, and they bounced. I used to keep
track.
That
hasn't happened in a while.
He held for 52 minutes.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
By the way, you're welcome on that. It's coaching for me.
Well done.
No, I had nothing to do with it. That guy's persistent. He did all the work.
Just so you all know, I planted that call.
Okay, let's move forward. Here's Snake. Snake, good afternoon. You have a question or comment for Trey.
Trey, you finally made your prediction of 7-5. Where are
6
the
and
7
6.
wins?
Yeah, Trey went 6 and 6. Danny went 7 and 5.
7 and 5. Okay, where?
And then Kevin went 8 and 4. Kevin went really on the limb. He went 8 and 4.
Do you have us beating Auburn?
I believe so.
I think everybody had.
Yeah.
Connor, everybody had beating Auburn. Yes.
So somebody in the comments on one of my YouTube videos.
Coach Hugh Freeze, after last year's game and on the Plains, said that they would have beaten us 9 out of 10 times.
That was 2 years. That was 2 years ago. That wasn't last year because Arkansas won at Auburn.
No, it was last year. It was last year. He was saying that they should have won the game, and if you played Arkansas,
no, you're right. You're right.
10 times
and then 2
they would have
years
won 9 of
ago.
them.
And 2 years ago, he said they could have beat them worse than they did. That's right. Okay. So Hugh's really high on the Razorbacks, isn't he?
Yeah. Somebody in my YouTube comments attributed me with 9 wins, which I had never said. I said I could see him going 8 and 4 or 4 and 8. He said, wow, because I picked him 6 and 6. He goes, wow, for somebody who said 9 wins and said they're better at every position group, that sure is a lot of crawfishing. And I was like, there are a lot of bald Arkansas media people, and I think you may have me confused with someone else.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Not you, Randy. There's a lot of us.
Yes, there are.
Danny
There's 3 in this
Danny West
conversation
is
right
one,
now.
and the last caller confused me with Danny West. So I did have Arkansas beating Auburn 31-30. That was my pick. So to go through my picks real quick, the obvious ones, obviously
Snake.
Alabama A&M. I've got them beating Arkansas State. I've got them beating Ole Miss in Oxford. And then, I just had some fun with this because I'll be honest with you guys. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have no idea what this team.
Well, that's
is gonna
a great
do this
disclaimer
year.
right there.
I'm sorry. I don't know. There are 55 new scholarship players on this team. Everybody else across the country has a new team. Half these guys don't know if they have the quarterback that they're going to continue on with. It is very difficult. Especially when I look out there and I see like, man, this is a really good looking team. And that's part of my brain going, back to before the transfer portal was a thing and you were relying on true freshmen. And you had holes everywhere, that you had to hope that you didn't get hurt back. Like now you just go get a bunch of seniors. There's 28 seniors on this team. So yeah, they look good, but I'm sure everybody else feels the same way right now. I just think it's real hard to be accurate. I think it was hard last year. I said they would be 5-7. They were 6-6. I got lucky, I guess. I don't say I got lucky. I wanted them to be better than that, but I'm just saying on my prediction. So I told the guys, I was like, just have some fun, in these predictions. So I just kind of went with some things that I knew about Arkansas. And I know sometimes they beat somebody that they're not supposed to beat. Maybe that's Ole Miss, and lose to somebody they shouldn't lose to. But it is a good Memphis team, but I've got them having a letdown the following week, going to Memphis and losing that after beating Ole Miss. It's just like, you think you got something, and then it's just like, oh, come on. Lost to Notre Dame. I've got them losing to Tennessee. I've got them returning home because this feels very Arkansas to me, to be clamoring since 2012 that they wanted to play Texas A&M in Fayetteville, and putting a lot of the reasons that they don't beat Texas A&M because they always play in Dallas, and then coming home and losing to Texas A&M. That just feels very par for the course for me, and my, just from an emotional standpoint. I do have them beating Auburn, as I mentioned. I've got them beating Mississippi State. I've got them going to Baton Rouge and beating LSU. I've got them beating LSU just because I think that LSU could go one of two different ways too. They could go have a great year, or it could be, maybe it's time to move on from this coach after a few games. They got a very difficult start to the season. I just don't see them going to Texas and winning. Even if the ball bounces their way, Texas is, I think, going to be really good this year. And I'm going to always pick them to lose to Missouri until they show me that they can do it a couple of years in a row. So, and I've said that before, I'm going to just pick them to lose to Missouri. Just like back when they couldn't win a conference game, I said I was not going to ever pick them to win a conference game until I saw them actually do it. So that's where I am with Missouri. And I have them going 6-6, even though I feel like it's 8-4 or 4-8. So I'm just telling you guys, I don't know what they're going to do. And I've had as much, aside from somebody on the team or somebody directly involved with the team, I have had more access than anybody, and I don't know what's going on.
And guess what, Trey? Nobody else does either.
Yep.
We don't have a clue.
I don't want anybody coming at me saying, hey, Trey, you said they would do this. I don't know, so don't come at me.
Oh, yeah, you said 9 victories. All right, Trey, we'll talk with you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Trey Biddy, hogsports.com, being brought to you by Chris Crain Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. Drive Time Sports will continue.
Coach Kevin Kelly gets in the zone every Wednesday, presented by the Hatcher Agency, the top producer for health insurance in Arkansas for 35 consecutive years.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are you tired of that old, outdated bathtub but not sure who to call? Use a contractor you can trust. Bath Makeover of Arkansas offers a 5-year workmanship warranty, a lifetime product warranty, and a dedicated 800 number just for warranty claims. And every estimate comes with a price lock guarantee. We are your trusted local source for high-quality, American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day, featuring our revolutionary new laser-etched shower wall systems. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower with 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase. And call 1-800-NEW-BATH now for a bonus, a free $25 Starbucks gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
It's hot outside in Arkansas, but you can cool off in style at Hubbard Power Sports, Can-Am, and Sea-Doo of Russellville. Whether you're racing across the waves or just soaking up the sun, we've got the latest and greatest Sea-Doo personal watercraft and Sea-Doo switch pontoons to turn up the fun and beat the heat. Come in today to check out our awesome deals, take advantage of rates as low as 0% on select models, and get the perfect ride for the rest of your summer adventures. Fast, friendly service, and a whole lot of splash. Come see us in Russellville or at hubbardpowersports.com.
It's the end-of-season blowout sale going on now at Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. Save 10 to 75% off store-wide, including Pollywood furniture, Prowler, and BeatBot automatic pool cleaners, in-stock toys, games, and floats. Use savings on all pool chemicals. Get this, truckload pricing on hot tubs. With a hot tub purchase, you get a free cover lifter and steps. Savings of about $1,000. Luxury Pool and Spa is giving away a Pentair variable speed pump and automatic pool cleaner. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com for more info.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Now, back to Drive Time Sports, live from the Eat My Catfish studios. Eat fresh, eat local, eat my catfish. You're in hog heaven. This is Drive Time Sports, a presentation of the Buzz Radio Network.
Welcome back. Drive Time Sports here on the Buzz Radio Network. Rick Schaeffer, Ray Tucker, I'm Randy Rainwater. We're getting closer and closer to the holiday season. Maybe you have business meetings you want during the week prior to the holiday season, or even during the holiday season. That's why at the Riverfront Steakhouse, Wyndham Hotel, in North Little Rock, part of the steakhouse is the Razorback Room. Yes, the Razorback Room. You can have a private bar. In fact, it has over, when you go to the Blue Dog Room, you've got 25 famous George Rodriguez Blue Dog famous paintings. Be sure and take your camera to take photos. And there's also a glass wine wall. Now, that's inside the steakhouse itself with over 300 fine wines. And don't forget, the best service, period. When you're talking about William, Cousin William, and you're talking about Uncle Shapur, they will take care of you. And if you're lucky, Chip will be your waiter. The best ever. The best ever. And I'll give you a little tease on this. It was so special. So special. They're bringing it back. That is the 8-ounce filet or the 12-ounce bone-in pork chop. They're bringing it back. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It was that big. The National Guard had to be called in for crowd control. So, if you want one of those great rooms for a party, whether it's 15 to 25 or 25 to 50 or over 300, they've got the accommodations and they have them now. Call Uncle Shapur at 371-9000, 371-9000, or call Cousin William at 371-9000, 501-371-9000. That's the Riverfront Steakhouse, Wyndham Hotel in North Little Rock. Well, if I said surprise, surprise, I think, Raymond, you know what I'm going to say.
Surprise.
PB?
Yeah, I get a text from PB. He's out of town. And can we do it tomorrow?
He's always out of town. He's never in town, right? He's always.
He's not in our town.
Right. So what difference does it make what town he's in?
That is the secret code word for I've got a girlfriend that I'm seeing.
Oh,
wow. You're going to throw it out there like that?
That's the secret code word. I'm out of town. So can you reschedule? So no Pat Bradley today.
Let's see. He is on the Eastern time zone most likely, so it's 6:30 there, so it's an early date night, I guess.
Hot date night, yeah, right.
Hot.
Okay. So there you have it. All right, let's talk to Daniel. Daniel, my brother.
Hey,
couldn't hang in there.
He just found out Pat was gone.
Thank goodness we didn't have Trey Biddy
Daniel's
on.
calling his girlfriend, make sure she's not with Pat.
Yeah, thank goodness we didn't have Trey Biddy on. He'd have scratched
Right.
that one up.
Yeah,
Look what happened. Somebody hung up on me. All right, this is from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. I think this is always relative. We always do this every year. So I'll ask you, Raymond, and then I'll ask you, Rick. Here's the question.
Okay.
Who scores first? Will it be a running score from the running back, or it would be a running score by Taylon Green, or a pass in the end zone?
Pass in the end zone.
You think that's the first score?
I'm going for a running score by Washington.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they'll get close enough to say inside the 5, hand off to him, and he'll go in. That's just my guess.
Here's an or for you.
Okay.
Or
Or
could we see the old man be given the honor?
Throw a long
Monte
pass to him?
Harrison, give him a chance to catch and then score.
That'd be cool. I mean, yeah,
I like that one.
Then I would win.
You didn't name. You got to name somebody.
Well, you didn't say name somebody.
Well, no, you need to go ahead and finish it.
All right, Harrison.
Well, here's one that it could be any game. You wouldn't want it to be the first game. You want to have this be later. Is to have Monte Harrison catch a touchdown pass on the last play of the game to win the game. You know why that would be appropriate? He's 30 years old, right? You have to go back to your journalism degree. Go back to your journalism degree that at the end of your story you wrote 30 because it was over. So wouldn't it be cool to see 30 end a game by scoring a touchdown? Now, you got to be a journalism major to know that.
But you said we had to have that play to win the game. Are you kidding?
Yeah, win the game on the last play. Just not this game. I said any game but this game.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't follow you.
No, you don't. You don't want that to happen.
Rick, are you okay? I can get you a room.
No.
Monte Harrison, we're number 82, by the way. 82.
Yeah.
6'3", 230. Some reason they're still showing him as a freshman. Did he not play enough games last year that he?
I thought he did, but
because didn't he even play on some special teams last year?
Yeah, but maybe not every game. Wouldn't that be something if he still had 4 more years?
Good gracious! He ends up graduating when he's 39, turning 40.
That'd be great.
Well, only gets 5 to play 4, so. Gosh.
That'd make him 34.
Holy smokes!
Is that release printed on both sides of the page, Randy?
No, I just turn these so I can put them together.
Can you email me that?
I'll email you the game notes.
Okay.
How about that?
Very, very nice.
And I did send you, Rick. I haven't had a chance to look at them. I think I got it around 3 o'clock or 3:15.
Yeah, the SEC notes.
Yeah, SEC notes.
Thank you for that. Hey, by the way, you send me the calendar every week. You send that to me in a deal where I have to open a file. I can't open the file. Can you just send that in a regular email?
Well, it's supposed to be going to your regular email to begin with.
It comes to my regular email, but then I have to plug in my email, and then it says log in. I hit that. They have to send a code to my email, which I'm on my email. I've been doing that for this time today. I did that, and I couldn't get it.
Are you talking about the like what's coming up on the show?
Yeah, for the weekly schedule.
It's an Excel file. So
can you send it not as an Excel file? Send it to me so I can just says
Lord.
it. So it's right there on the page. I open the email and there it is, and I don't have to open some file because I couldn't get it open today. Is that hard?
Yeah. Yeah, for me it is.
It's hard to send it just a regular deal.
Well, it is.
Regular email.
It's because it's not created as like a document. It's created in an Excel file that he updates as he goes. So there's no way to send that unless you open up Excel.
Let me just say on the air, there's no reason to send it because I can't open it.
Okay.
So you can either just not send it, or you can change the way you send it, and I'm okay either way because we play it by ear every day. So like today, I don't know who else is on.
So I tell you what, as I'm getting everything ready, like what I do for like Damon when he's here on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I'll include you with like how I send it out to him. So I'll see. I'll try to remember to pick up the load.
I get your commercial spots that Randy does. I get those every day by email, and you know what? I don't have to open any files to read that. I just read it. It's pretty cool.
You're welcome.
Those of you who are listening are thinking, well, isn't this wonderful?
Boy, isn't it wonderful? Yes.
Well, I emailed you that, Randy, but I know you haven't. I haven't read it yet, so I thought I'd just say it on the air.
So I'm glad you did because I'm going now to the D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line, and this one is very intriguing.
Okay.
Do we have to listen to the dogs barking in the background during Trey's segment every time?
Well, mine didn't bark today.
No, I didn't think they did.
Well, I don't. Then it must have been if it's a dog barking, it must have been Trey's, because you're not where your dogs are. And my dogs are not barking today.
It was Ray. Ray.
Okay.
You do animals really good, really.
This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. I got to keep you guys on track today, I can tell. Drew in Little Rock.
Why haven't we talked about the Yankees and Red Sox?
Why
Well, you ought to. The Yankees won
they lost 3 out of 4. What's there to say?
They had lost
and they got
8 in a row to
smeared
Boston.
Saturday 12-1.
Well, I thought
They'd lost 8 in a row.
It was our chance to gig you.
Yeah. The Yankees
Well, there's been a lot of gigging lately.
Do you think this is revenge for Bucky Dent year?
Yes, it is.
Could be. 8-2.
They were pitiful.
I mean,
by the way, who was it that was railing on Cal Raleigh? Who was it that was That was David.
Basil saying
that
he's on
was
steroids
DB.
or something.
Yeah.
My gosh, the guy's having 49 home runs. He's having a phenomenal year.
Is that the guy you said wouldn't win the home run derby?
It was. I said he wouldn't win, and he did. I didn't say he wouldn't win the home run. Well, I did say I thought
and he did
he'd
say
get past, and he did stall out for a while, but now he has the home run lead.
And
back.
Rick also said Tiger Woods would never win another major.
I know, I did, and he won one, and in like the 20 years after I said that, he won one.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And then
he did.
That
He
the
did.
Cubs would.
He
would
did.
Win.
I said the Cubs would win in
Yeah.
2008, and they didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad we don't keep scoring things I say wrong because it would be a long list.
Yeah, basically. Well, at least I don't come on like Trey Biddy and say, well, I don't know anything I'm talking about.
Boy, that inspires me, doesn't it?
Well,
gee,
I'm glad I'm glad we bring Trey on for his expert analysis. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well,
yeah, you do, Trey.
I've been
Yes,
right
you
a
do.
few times. Been right a few times, but this is not a prediction show. I guess we make it one sometimes, but we kind of talk about what happened or what might happen, not guarantee something's going to happen.
Are you having the little pink book again this year?
Yeah,
the blue book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the blue book,
Yeah, it's coming back Thursday.
I think
I've
it
already heard
ought
the
to be pink.
advertisement
Why is it
for it.
blue? As a sponsor.
Well, I've never had a pink book.
I know that. I just made that up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Boy.
Hey, Trey.
Hello.
I'm
okay.
I'm taking up for Trey. I don't know.
Cal Raleigh is hit
Yeah.
40 home runs as a catcher.
That's right.
The next up is Javi Lopez, who hit 42 home runs
Just as a catcher.
as a catcher.
That's
Yes.
because there was he was in the National League and there was no DH.
In 2003,
Right.
Raleigh, who is 28 years of age, on pace for 61 home runs this year. And there's 31 for him, 31 games remaining.
Mm-hmm.
50, if you get 50 home runs, the 33rd player in the 50 home run club. 54, switch hitter record. Mickey Mantle did it back in 1961. 56, Mariners record. Ken Griffey did it in 1997 and 98. And if he hits 60, he'd be the 7th player in the 60 home run club. Pretty impressive.
He's still a long way from that.
Yep.
11 more, that's going to be tough.
That's going to be tough. All right, Rick Schaeffer, Ray Tucker, I'm Randy Rainwater. Drive Time Sports will
All
continue.
of our social media platforms presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. They specialize in custom in-ground pools. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by the Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
When you do something for over 50 years, you get really good at it. Like Helen here. She's been knitting for over 50 years. Using her needles and yarn, she can knit a working moped, a Civil War-era cannon, even a life-size version of the Arc de Triomphe. Amazing stitch, Helen. We're a lot like Helen Knitting, except we do it with insurance. Williamson Insurance with Auto Owners Insurance, protecting your business and your family for over 50 years.
We all have that nagging pain. For me, it was in my back, and I thought it would go away if I kept running. If I really worked to my core strength, it might dissipate. Well, guess what? That's not always the case. Hey, everybody, Josh Neighbors here for QC Kinetics. If you have that continued pain, you should schedule your free consultation today with the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. They've turned around thousands of lives with their regenerative treatments that work with your body to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. And these are natural therapies, so we're not heading to the pharmacy all the time. We're not going back to the doctor after surgery all the time. And the best news is you can bring your x-rays and MRI to QC Kinetics. It's a no-pressure chat and a thorough evaluation that could change your life. So stop living with that day-to-day joint and muscle pain. So grab the phone right now, give them a call, 501-214-5880. Ask about that free consultation at 501-214-5880. Once again, 501-214-5880.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We've been selling and servicing Kubota equipment since 1991. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we pride ourselves in an honest sales experience and unmatched service after the sale. We carry Kubota tractors, mowers, construction, and hay equipment. If you allow us to be your Kubota dealer of choice, we promise not to let you down. Come see us on Main Street in Searcy. Hennard Foothills Equipment, we're your hometown Kubota dealer no matter where you live.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
Welcome back to Drive Time Sports, live from the Eat My Catfish studios, where it's much like any of the 7 Eat My Catfish locations, minus the always fresh, delicious food options like the family pack catfish dinners. Drive Time Sports, tapped with refreshing sports opinion on the Buzz Radio Network.
Welcome back to Drive Time Sports here on the Buzz Radio Network. Rick Schaeffer, Ray Tucker, I'm Randy Rainwater. No Pat Bradley today. Hawks Homes, my dear friends in both Conway and Bryant. They are cranking them out. Talking about inventory, how about 60 plus homes to choose from? Whether it be the 2, the 3, the 4, or the 5-bedroom homes, They start at $55 a square foot. That means you can get affordable housing for 5 bedrooms under $110,000. And I've talked about it. If you can dream it, if you can put it on paper, they can build the home of your dreams. Now, if you choose one off the lot, they can have it delivered in 2 weeks. Now, it's going to take a little bit longer if they custom design one for you. Delivery anywhere in the state. That includes setup, underpinning, central heat, and air conditioning. And if you don't have land, no big deal. If you need prep, meaning dirt work, utilities, whatever it may be, no big deal. They can set it up all in the loan. In fact, they've even got a 0 down payment that they can build into the loan. Check out the inventory at hawkshomes.net. And yes, you got to start thinking about those fall sports, if you will. You need a duck club, hunting club, classrooms, whatever it may be, they can build it. You can dream it, they can build it. That's hawkshomes.net, located in Conway and Bryant. And Raymond, before you forget about it, I know you won't, but what's happening on Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors?
I thought you would never ask.
Oh, I never asked.
We'll start off with Randy Zellers. A number of the hunting seasons are coming up. The first one is dove season just around the corner. Randy Zellers will join us in studio. A little bit later on, we started a series, I think maybe a month ago, featuring state parks. And Nathan Fort, the superintendent of Daisy State Park, will join us on the phone.
Wait a minute. Where is Daisy State Park?
It is in
I've never heard of it.
It's in Pike County. Okay.
Pike County.
It is in the foothills. It's close to Kirby, Arkansas. It's in the foothills of the Ouachita Mountains. Okay.
Huh.
That's why we're doing it, so people find out.
There you go.
I hear it's a great place. And Carlton Wing will join us, talk about a number of things, mostly about bass fishing.
Lake Sylvia. I thought that was very interesting last week.
Yep, we did that last week. So
I remember going to that lake as a child with my parents.
I think they had a plaque there.
Do you remember when?
Anyway,
no, they don't.
You need a statue.
That is it. I had one. I don't know if I can find it on my phone real quick since you brought that up. But there's a cleanup this week on the Red River. Their annual cleanup on Saturday. I thought on the opening day of football season, the big day.
Put on your headset, carry your radio, and listen to the game while you clean it up.
They start early in the morning and they get through well before the game.
Oh, okay.
Before the game starts. But anyway. We'll talk more about that tonight on Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, 7 o'clock.
Oh, naturally. You'll hold all the details for then.
Well, of course.
Well,
hey, here's a detail.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Go ahead, Rick.
Here's a detail we need to cover because Justin Acree sent us this email. Evidently, 3 Razorbacks have committed to doing NIL deals with the Buzz, including Monte Harrison for Drive Time Sports, and we would really like to have him. Michael Washington for the Zone, and Caleb Wooden for the Morning Madness. But they all need sponsors. And so we know advertisers listen to our program, or maybe you know an advertiser and say, hey, of course, we're going to push for Monte Harrison. We really want him on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, hey, can you contact somebody with the Buzz? We really want to hear Monte Harrison or Michael Washington or Caleb Wooden. And they could sure use a sponsor. And if we can get a sponsor for them, they'll come on the air with us. How's that?
Great. Ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk with Stan. Is this Stan the man? Our man Stan?
No, just Stan. Just Stan. Yeah, y'all know which Stan this is.
Oh, this is just the Stan.
That's right.
Yes, sir. I'm going to keep it real with you.
No, don't.
Yeah.
No.
How you doing, Randy?
I don't want you to keep it real, but go ahead, Stan.
Yeah.
How you doing, bro? I'm doing great, Stan. How about
All right.
you?
Ray, how you doing, man?
Stan, I am terrific.
Yes, sir. Yes, good to hear from y'all. It's been a while, man.
Been a while.
No, we're hearing from you. You're not hearing from us.
Rick, my friend. Rick.
Yes, Stan.
How you doing, man?
I'm having the day of my life since you called.
How about them Hawks?
They're going to play Saturday. You know what I think those
Yeah.
Dan? I don't think they're going to win the national championship in football this year.
No, ain't none of them going. Ain't no coach that's going to win that championship. I told you, Nolan the one they can. Nolan Richards is like the one back to back. Ain't nobody do that but Nolan, baby.
Does he coach baseball?
Do you think?
Does he coach
No,
football?
but he came. Y'all have to remember. Hey, he came 5 points. He came 5 points on winning back to back national championship. Ain't nobody never gonna do nothing like that no more. Ain't nobody gonna win nothing. Van Horn ain't gonna win. I mean, they don't get me wrong. They great coaches, but they not gonna win up that Arkansas. Van Horn ain't gonna win on that championship. Tyler Perry, good coach. He's not gonna win on that championship at Arkansas. And this guy, you know, we ain't gotta talk about this guy here. But anyway,
that's hopeless.
Yeah, can't nobody do that. But the great,
what if they won 8
the
games?
great Nolan
and went to a
Richards.
bowl and
You know
won?
he
Wouldn't
won.
that be
You know
good?
he's the only coach. He's the only coach in college. He's the only coach in college that ever won 3 championships in college. He won a junior national championship. He won an NIT and an NCAA. No, ain't no one ever done that.
Wow, that's news to
I want to
us.
ask, Rick, can I ask you one question?
What?
He done all that, and they ain't won that 30-something years. Where's his statue? Where's the statue at? Where's the statue, man?
Even Randy's
Where's
got a
the-
statue.
Have you heard
It's
anything
in
about
your
the
front
statue?
yard.
Stan, I have
They ain't
brought
won
that
none.
up.
They ain't won none in 30 years, man.
I have brought that up to the people that need to know it, and it's not up to me to go build a statue.
I tell you, Rick. Hey,
It's
Rick,
up
I
to
give you,
them.
Rick, I give you credit though. You done all you can do. I appreciate that though. Everybody appreciate that. You done all you can do.
And Ray and I, we pledged our $25 each that you owe us towards the building of the statue. How about that?
And if you'd match
Man, you know what? If I really had the money,
$100.
if I really had the what, 200,000, 100,000, whatever, I put the whole, I give them the money to put the statue up there, man. You know?
Oh, Stan, you're stretching it a little bit now.
But hey, let me ask y'all a question though. Hey, let me ask y'all a question before y'all go on break. Hey, check this out. I want to hear an answer from all y'all, from all three of y'all.
All right.
Rick, hey, Tiger Woods. If Tiger Woods would have had that, hey, I want all y'all to be honest. If
I don't
Tiger
think I
Woods
win
would have been in
another
that car wreck, look, if Tiger Woods wouldn't have been in that car wreck and been healthy, just a healthy guy, you think it would have? Most people already consider Tiger Woods the greatest of all time. But listen to me, if he wouldn't have had that car wreck and been healthy all through his career, you know what I'm saying? Do you believe he would have broke Jack Nicholson's record? And I want to hear that from all. I'll hear from all three of y'all. You hear me, Ray? I want to hear that from all y'all. And y'all have a good evening.
Hey, Stan, before you hang up, hang on the line. We're going to get your mailing address. Randy and I'm going to send you the $20 you owe us.
25.
He's out.
Here's what I would say to that, is that Tiger Woods came back, and he, to his credit, he won one major after the auto accident. Ben Hogan was in an auto accident that they thought would disable him for life. He won 2 majors after that. So it's not impossible to do that and to say, so he had a chance to win more majors even though he had the car accident. Ben Hogan did, he did. So to say he would have won more, you just can't say that. We don't know that.
I don't think he would
But
have.
my gosh, but he had a phenomenal career.
Yeah, I don't think
so
he
what
would
difference
have.
does it make?
Time was running out on him to
Yeah,
begin with, and then
right.
the accident occurred.
All right, Randy, I'm going to give you the information as far as the cleanup on the Red River.
Oh, I thought you had Stan's address.
Yeah, I did too.
like we're going to send him money? You bet we are. All right, this Saturday, 7 a.m. to 12 noon, they'll be meeting at the Coldwater Grill on the banks of the Little Red River. On foot, cleaning up the riverbanks in boats, kayaks, canoes, removing trash from the water. And I can't believe people throw trash in the Little Red River. Okay, you got it.
Coming up next, hour number 3. Stay with us. Drive Time Sports will continue.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Today, I want to talk to you and ask you to consider us for your automotive needs. First, we have a family atmosphere. My grandson, Sam Fletcher, is there every day, along with Zippy, our GM, and an outstanding sales team. We're a family, and that's how we want to treat our customers. Our service department is excellent. We even have loaner cars for customers who buy from us. We don't have loaner cars from buy somewhere else. When it comes to pricing, we put our prices on the windshield. You don't have to find a salesman to ask for a price. Everyone gets the lowest price. We check the internet and we compare the same make and models at all of our competitions. You always get the best deal at Fletcher Dodge, and all of our pre-owned vehicles come with a free warranty. Yes, I did say that. Folks, my goal for 36 years is for you to know us and trust us and know that we value you, our customer. Come see us in person on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop us online at FletcherDeals.com.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Drive Time Sports by Aero Truck Sales. Find them online at aerotruck.com.
Our guys aren't so bad, right?
This is taking unsportsmanlike conduct to a whole new level.
Well, maybe not. 1037 The Buzz, KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's DJ Williams.
A new state law that places tighter limits on vape and tobacco products will go into effect. That'll be next week. The law bans the sale of disposable nicotine vapes unless they are FDA approved, waiting for FDA review, or tied up in an appeal. The state's tobacco control agency is working on a public list of products that are allowed. Stores that sell products that are not on that list could face fines or lose those permits. And the Pentagon is mobilizing 1,700 troops to 19 states, including right here in Arkansas. They will be assisting immigration efforts. The White House says that they will help DHS in clerical support for processing illegal immigrants at ICE facilities. Secretary of Defense authorized their support through mid-November, but may decide to extend the timelines if necessary. This is DJ Williams with the Buzz Radio Network.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Juliana Cullen.
A few scattered showers mainly this afternoon, so grab that umbrella as you head out the door if you're going to be out and about this afternoon. It's not going to be a washout, but we'll have some spotty showers here and there. Temperatures will be cooler than this weekend, highs only warming into the lower 80s later on today. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and Light Maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Paid depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Go to The Warehouse, 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot, Arkansas's trusted source for quality flooring, including SPC vinyl waterproof flooring starting at $139 a square foot, tiles starting at 59 cents a square foot, next-gen waterproof hardwood, and many other building materials at unbeatable prices. Contractor, home builder, or DIYer, we've got what you need in stock and ready to go. Go see the Flooring King, The Warehouse, and Natural State Wholesale, building better naturally.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Are you tired of that old, outdated bathtub but not sure who to call? Use a contractor you can trust. Bath Makeover of Arkansas offers a 5-year workmanship warranty, a lifetime product warranty, and a dedicated 800 number just for warranty claims. And every estimate comes with a price lock guarantee. We are your trusted local source for high-quality, American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day, featuring our revolutionary new laser-etched shower wall systems. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower with 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase. And call 1-800-NEW-BATH now for a bonus, a free $25 Starbucks gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Ram Dodge Chrysler Jeep. You know, I saw an ad the other day and I thought, no wonder people don't trust car dealers. I looked up the discount they were offering that was $20,000 off, only to find out they put a $12,000 to $15,000 lift kit on this truck, marked it up $38,000, and then said they're taking $20,000 off. Make that make sense in somebody's head. Folks, come check us out. RedRiverRam.com. See why we're Arkansas's #1 Ram dealer, or make that beautiful drive right here to Heber Springs.
This sandwich, it's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. That bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with cherry berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit umgc.edu to get started. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We've been selling and servicing Kubota equipment since 1991. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we pride ourselves in an honest sales experience and unmatched service after the sale. We carry Kubota tractors, mowers, construction, and hay equipment. If you allow us to be your Kubota dealer of choice, we promise not to let you down. Come see us on Main Street in Searcy. Hennard Foothills Equipment, we're your hometown Kubota dealer no matter where you live.
Live from the Eat My Catfish studios, it's time for Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. It's Drive Time Sports on the Buzz Radio Network with your hosts, Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaeffer. Lock it in and get ready to dial us up. Drive Time Sports is on the air.
Hour number 3 of Drive Time Sports on the Buzz Radio Network. Rick Schaeffer standing by in Northwest Arkansas. I'm Randy Rainwater from the capital city.
Ray Tucker on Drive Time Sports is brought to you by Gwatney Buick GMC.
By the way, it is the final push. That is for the fall, and that is at Crain Hyundai. The getaway sales event rolls on, but it's coming to an end. Right now, Crain Hyundai gets 0% financing for a full 60 months on the Santa Fe and the Palisades. That Santa Fe is one sweet. It's just downsized enough from the Palisades. You still get everything that you need in that vehicle. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. That's right, 90 days. New Elantra started just $22,995, and you're going to get America's best warranty, 10 years or 100,000 miles, and the Hyundai Assurance and the Crain Commitment includes our Love It or Leave It exchange policy. You'll save thousands, lower your payments by hundreds during the getaway sales event going on now at Crain Hyundai with 2 locations, Little Rock on Colonel Glenn Road, and that's in I-430, and Warden Road in North Little Rock. Is it 57 or 59? Anyway, off of the old 167. 67 or go online at crainteam.com. And let's just do this now. Let's get caught up on our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line, starting with the 501. Let's talk about football. Yeah, baby, let's talk about football. All you got to do is 371. No, was about to give you the Riverfront Steakhouse phone number. Well, you could.
Shapoor's cool with that.
You could talk with Shapoor. Yeah. Uncle Shapoor would be glad to talk.
He'll talk
with
football with you.
What is it? 501-661-1037.
That's correct.
Okay. I sometimes forget that.
Oh, that's our number. That's not where you get Shapoor.
No.
Yeah.
No, it says here, let's talk football. I was going to say, call 501-661-1037.
That's right. We're happy to do that. Happy to do that.
This one from the D3, and it says, why was Braylon Russell not on the depth chart? He is on the depth chart. He is number 2 behind Mike Washington.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right.
Then Rodney Hill and A.J. Green.
And there are those who are saying that Braylon Russell is a totally different looking player from last year, very motivated by not having a very good spring, worked hard this summer to lose some weight, come back, he's faster. So the fact that he's number 2 is more a reflection of how good Mike Washington is, not the fact that Braylon Russell isn't ready to be a starter at some point.
And I think Braylon will be a better running back this year, not just because of losing the weight, but simply because he's in shape, and I don't think he'll have some of the little nagging injuries like that hamstring he had last season.
I saw some highlights of Washington somebody put up on the internet, and he popped through there. He went through some holes you could drive a front loader through, but got great speed for a guy his size. Really good. It's going to be fun to watch him.
Yep, going to be fun to watch a lot of these guys. You know, I know Trey was half joking when he said he didn't know anything in his predictions. Although, hey, when you make preseason predictions, you really don't know. And you're predicting games that some of them are 10 and 11 weeks into the season. So you don't know who's hurt, who's good, who's turned out not to be as good or anything like that. And he said, well, how am I to know there's 50-something new players? That's part of the excitement. It used to be you like getting used to the players. Okay, we've all complained about the transfer portal and the NIL and everything else. But as the season starts, we are going to see a lot of new players. And some of them are going to be better than anybody anticipates. Some of them might not be as good as we hope they'll be. But that's the excitement, is seeing guys you haven't seen before. Plus, you've got an experienced quarterback to go with them. So we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how good some of these guys are. The only thing we've heard is what coaches say about them. And all these coaches are overblown with positivity. So, you know, they are not cautious at all. Have you heard a cautious statement out of one of those assistant coaches? I love that they've had them throughout the preseason, and even Sam Pittman. The only caution I have heard is depth on the defensive line. That is the only thing that now you guys can correct me. You can say, well, yeah, but they said maybe this or maybe that. I haven't heard any of that. Secondary is going to be so much better. Linebackers are good because it's not just 2. Now they've got 3 or 4. Sam Pittman said on his show the other night that this is the best freshman class he's ever recruited at Arkansas. I don't think we've heard that until last week. So it's kind of like home on the range never has heard a discouraging word. So really, at this point, is that what that's
you can sing it, yeah. If you want to sing it, that's okay.
I just read a little clip here where Stanford fans are calling for the firing of their coach.
They're doing
Frank Rick already.
Yeah.
Well, after one game.
Yeah, after they
wow.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'd call for the head of the GM before I'd call for the head of the coach. He's the one that hired him.
I wonder how many of their fans went to Hawaii. Because, if you live in California, it's probably not as uncommon as it would be for us to just hop over there on a plane. I'm also wondering, and Justin may have said this on the show, which I didn't hear, maybe y'all heard some of, I wonder how many Americans, either Iowa State or Kansas State fans, actually went to Dublin for the game. You
look like pretty good numbers to me.
Could they show?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm with Randy. They had pretty good numbers. They were loud and proud.
I didn't hear any number, but they look like a pretty good representation for both Kansas State and for Iowa State.
Because that would be typical of schools to put together alumni trips and book the hotels for you. And I don't know if that's how Justin went or not, but there are groups that put trips together on this, and even I talked to Kevin Trainer last week. First time I had a chance to visit with him since he changed jobs. He's very happy at the Alumni Association. Looking forward to it. They're going to host tailgates before every Fayetteville game. And yes, he is going to go to the games. So still has a great affection for Razorback football. But he was, debating. He was going to delay going to Dublin, which was their family trip of a lifetime. This is where their family had always wanted to go. And then he thought, he got back from Omaha and he thought, you know what, I'm not going to delay it. I'm going with the family. And of course he found out shortly beforehand that he wasn't going to be in the athletic department, but he still went. And so going to a place like Dublin, which I don't know a lot about, you hear a lot about Ireland, that had to be just a great trip. And I'm sorry it rained during the game. And when we texted Justin Friday to ask him what the weather was like over there, he said it was 64 degrees, so it's considerably cooler than here. But you know that alums of those two schools probably love that trip.
Sure.
But I'm doubting that Kansas State's fans are saying fire the coach because they lost the game. I can't imagine Stanford fans are already saying that.
And that was a conference game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opener of the Big 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Got this email once again. This says 2025 Razorback football season finally here, just 5 days away from kickoff inside Razorback Stadium. Tailgating, the Hog Walk, Hogtown, running through the A, and much more return to the Hill. Did we get to run through the A? I'll get out there and run through the A. And much more return to the Hill. You'll be there for all the pageantry and excitement by securing your seat today. Show your support and call the Hogs with 70,000 of your closest friends. And then it goes on to say for just $30, you can watch the 2025 Razorback football home opener from the largest outdoor sports bar in college football. Hang out the night before the game from 6 to 9. The Big Red Rooftop Ticket Package includes tickets to the Big Reds Friday night on August the 29th, as well as the football game tickets to watch the Hogs face Alabama A&M on Saturday, August the 30th. So I clicked on Buy Now. Let's see what it says. Okay, Big Red Package. The Big Red Rooftop Package includes tickets to both the Big Reds Friday night on August the 29th at 6 p.m., as well as a game ticket to the football game against Alabama A&M on Saturday, August the 30th for $30. Tickets are general admission with the Big Red Rooftop area on the north end zone deck of Razorback Stadium. I didn't know you get all that. Join us for the Big Reds Friday night. Kick off your weekend, 6 p from 9 to p. August 29th. Snacks and light concessions will be available for purchase, along with beer, wine, and ready-to-drink cocktails.
Now, was that from the athletic department or alumni association?
Mm-hmm. Athletic department.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's everything else that I need to say. So there you go. If you're still wanting to go to the game, Alabama A&M.
Yep.
And you would get to go up on Friday night to the Big Red Rooftop Ticket Package. So there you go.
Yep. And you can
so
buy,
that means there's still tickets available.
Yeah, and you can buy them for, according to that release, also for as low as $30 in the upper deck.
Right. But it never specifically says where your seats are located. But
the lower decks are either 50 or 40.
Yeah.
What's left? There's not a lot left there.
Yeah. So if you're ready to go. All right. This has also, I guess you can say, basically occurred over the last 24 hours. Cincinnati gives their star defensive end, Hendrickson, a big pay bump. Then earlier...
Don't you wonder why they didn't do that earlier?
The Commanders, exactly.
If they're going to do it, why do they wait so long?
Why do they wait so long? Terry McLaurin, he got a deal worth up to $96 million. That's pretty much what he was wanting. That leaves one major free agent.
Let me guess.
This was the latest headline. Cowboys Parson situation is getting ugly. Michael Parsons didn't dress out for the Cowboys preseason finale. In fact, you could see him laying on a bench table on the sidelines like, boy, am I not interested. The situation is getting really ugly. Why? Why, Raymond? You're a Cowboy fan. You know Jerry Jones.
You're going to have to pay him to keep him. I mean,
well, here's the thing. Jerry can be make some strange decisions when it comes to these things. For a guy to lay there on the bench, I don't care how good he is. I'd say let's work on trading him, or you can just hold out, and we own your rights till you play for us again. But we're not putting up with that. I can't imagine that. Seriously.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I mean, why?
I don't get
all these games.
And before that, it's,
and not playing games. I'm talking about just games.
And until this year, I've always wanted to be a lifelong Cowboy and all this kind of stuff. And then he does that.
Well, I think he meant it at the time.
I can sympathize for him that he hadn't gotten a deal done. I get that, but act like a real person.
Like a pro.
I mean, to do that with your teammates out there playing.
I mean, why even show up if you're going to do that?
Right, exactly.
Oh, but you lose money that way.
Yeah,
they can fine you.
Okay. But you can stand on the sidelines or sit on the bench like anybody else. That's anyway. But hey, it's not going to change. Whatever happens isn't going to change our lives, and I feel bad for the Cowboys that it hadn't happened. I do sympathize with Micah Parsons. All these other guys are getting a lot of money. He's a very good player. But just both sides handle yourselves with a little class. Now, Jerry, I haven't watched this Netflix series yet. I'm told it's very good. I'm going to try and watch it. But in that and maybe some other interview, he made it quite plain that he likes to be controversial. And
I didn't know that about him.
Yeah, and there are those that think, and this is crazy to say, that he likes being controversial more than he likes winning. And that's hard to grasp, because he's always talking about he wants to win another Super Bowl and all that. It's been 30 years.
What about the fans who are trying to buy tickets to the Cowboys? What does that tell a fan? Well, I really care more about controversy than I do about winning. So why am I wanting to make all? I mean, you got to buy the PCL, which is the seat. But then you got to buy the ticket on top of that.
Do you have to do that every year?
Yes.
Really?
Yes,
so it's
every year.
So it's like college football.
Every year. I mean, you might could negotiate a 4 or 5 year deal, but you're still going to pay for it.
Wow.
Yeah, goes on every year. Amari Cooper finds a new home. He's actually returning back to Oakland. I was wondering where he'd eventually land.
I want the Raiders to do well this year. I like Pete Carroll.
Well, you've got Tom Brady behind the bunch, too. And let's see, what other headline do I have here I need to get to? Well, let's just go back to our D3 Auto Sales. Hey, Rick, from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Hey, Rick, your thoughts on the kicking game?
You got a heck of a punter. I mean, we know how good Devin Bell is.
He's good.
He is really, really good. And from everything we've been led to believe, Scott Starzik is a really good place kicker.
Yep.
And so obviously you don't know until you line up for the first game. And, you think about it, yeah, you want Arkansas to score a lot of touchdowns, but you want him to maybe get at least a couple field goals, tries, just to let him in a game that's not as significant to get into college football, make a couple kicks, get his confidence up. But he's supposed to be really, really good, so we'll see. Snapper's the same as last year, and a guy named Blake Ford's going to do kickoffs. And how do we even know what kickoffs are going to look like this year? You got You can fair
I'm
catch
surprised
it. You
Devin
get it to
Bell's not back kicking
25.
off.
Yeah, I know, because he was really good last year. But we'll see.
I'm really surprised he's not
But I
kicking
think the
off.
kicking game will be good. Now, of course, the kicking game also involves returns, and Arkansas has a guy named Cam Shanks.
That's who I'm excited about seeing, number
He led the
15.
nation in punt returns last year.
Number 15.
Yeah, at Alabama, Birmingham, not here, of course. So that should be fun, and we know how fast Rodney Hill is, and he's the kickoff return guy. So maybe we'll see some electricity in the return game this year.
Man, that'd be dangerous.
Mm-hmm. It will
If
be.
there's electricity, do you think there'll be lightning in the area?
Absolutely. People talking about being lightning fast. We're going to see.
Wow. Well, there's a delay right there.
That's right. He returned to kickoff. There was lightning in the air, and they've stopped the game.
Yeah. Good gracious. Have to extend that game. That's not sounding good already.
I see Baz on TV up here on Channel 7.
What's he doing?
Probably something with Steve Sullivan.
He's on there some, isn't he?
Yeah,
Doesn't he do reports from the games with Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Coming back for another year. In fact, he'll be doing home and away games.
That was taped. It wasn't live, so Baz is somewhere out having a good time, I hope.
Let's see. From our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line, I'll be honest. This is from the 501. Bryant. I'll be honest. No, I want you to fib to us. I'll be honest. Arkansas goes 9-3. Razorbacks get on a roll early in the year. I like that.
I like it too, but if you're going to be honest, you don't know. You can say, I think Arkansas is going to go 9-3.
I'd like to see them go 9-3, but
wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be great to see Arkansas win 9 games this year? It would be so good for the state of Arkansas. It'd be so good for the Razorback program. You know, we've basically, Sam had the 1 year where they won 9 games, and that was a great year. That was so much fun. Beat Texas A&M, beat LSU, beat Missouri, got all the trophies, beat Penn State in the Outback Bowl. You know, having a year like that, I think, would be really, really great for the state.
Let's see. From our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line, from the 479. Well, Trey may have had Arkansas at 6-6, but the Buzz had Arkansas at 11-1 at the countdown to kickoff. I don't remember us.
What was the loss? Who picked
probably
the loss?
Texas. I remember somebody predicting Arkansas to lose to Texas.
Texas. Okay.
Who made that prediction?
I don't know.
I can't remember who had Texas now.
I can't remember.
There was
either.
alcohol at the event, right?
Chris from Springdale. Well, no, that's pretty typical at the Buzz countdown for us to.
Oh yeah, we always pick they're going to win.
Always pick they're going to win.
Aren't you two guys? You two guys are the hosts of the show. You're not going to make a prediction?
Well, I did.
Here it is.
Oh, I've
already made mine.
What was it?
I predicted
I'm going
they'd beat
6-6.
I predicted they'd beat Texas A&M, and I'm now on record saying they'll beat Alabama A&M.
That's not a prediction. That's just 2 games.
That's a prediction.
Okay.
I predict they're going to win.
I'm going 6-6. I'm not. I said it again.
I predict the best thing going on right now, and we're taking the commercial break.
All right, we will step away for a moment. Rick Schaeffer, Ray Tucker. I'm Randy Rainwater. Drive Time Sports will continue.
Join 1037 The Buzz for the Oaklawn Sports Tailgate Party Saturday, September 6th. Don't miss the only Little Rock Games tailgate party of the year. We'll have hot food, cold drinks, and your favorite Buzz personalities behind Double B's at Markham and Van Buren. The Oaklawn Sports Tailgate Party is brought to you in part by Double B's, Bud Light, Reliance Bank, Chris Crain Dodge Jeep Ram, and UAMS Health Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. Special thanks to Fence World, Arkansas Portable Toilets, and Arkansas 10 and Special Event Rental. Go to 1037thebuzz.com for your free tickets.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If the 25th is the silver anniversary and the 50th is gold, what's the 75th? Well, that's the fresh beef, onions, pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, fries, and drink anniversary. Everybody knows that. Get the #1 water meal for $7.50 in honor of our 75th anniversary. A meal like that is the way you're supposed to celebrate a 75th. The Whataburger 75th Meal Deal. Whataburger, what a deal. For a limited time at participating locations.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
Once active and adventurous, Stephanie was sidelined by joint pain. She was losing touch with what gave her real joy.
I want to stay active, and if I don't do something now to feel better that will keep me out hiking and running and doing all those activities, my health's going to suffer from it. I had the treatment at QC Kinetics.
They're all natural regenerative treatments to use the restorative biologics from Stephanie's body. As the healing properties went to work, Stephanie realized something one day.
I was like, wow, I don't feel any pain. I have no problem going up and down stairs. I have no problem going down mountains. Snowboarding felt good again.
If you see Stephanie, give her a thumbs up. That is, if you can catch her.
And now I can totally keep up with my friends in their 30s, and I'm 55.
Don't even think about giving up. There's lots of life left to live. Call now for a free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. 501-214-5880.
Your next Chevy is in stock and waiting for you at Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Get behind the wheel of a new Tahoe or Colorado with up to $2,500 in loyalty trade-in bonus, no payments until December, and low APR financing. Save up to $12,000 on select Silverados or shop used cars starting at $250 a month. And we're paying more than ever for quality vehicles, even if you don't buy from us. Visit Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TB White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit, restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Live from the Eat My Catfish studios, you feed your crave for sports by listening to Drive Time Sports. Much like you feed your crave at any of the 7 Eat My Catfish locations. For peace of mind, share with us a piece of your heart. This is Drive Time Sports on the Buzz Radio Network.
Have you? Have you not? Have you? Have you gone by your local Double B's and registered to win that bad boy 550 four-wheel drive side by side purchased from Bad Boy Superstore in Searcy? That's going to be given away October the 8th in Searcy at the Double B's there on BB Caps. So you got time. The more time you register, the better chance you got of winning. So be sure to go by into 34 different Double B's locations and register to win that bad boy 550. And just as the location right around the corner, if you will, from our location here, Riverfront and Cantrell at the Double B's Deli tomorrow, the one-topping pizza plus cheese sticks, just $17.99. Then on Wednesday and Thursday are my two favorites. The Meat Mountain with cheese sticks, $19.99, or the Supreme Pizza with cheese pizza. Yep, you get both, Supreme Pizza and a cheese pizza for just $19.99. So check out those deli specials, and you can always check out the daily specials, such as the 16-ounce Rockstar, 2 for $4, or the 20-ounce Mountain Dew, 2 for $4, the 28-ounce Gatorade, 2 for $5, and the 1-liter Brisk Tea, 2 for $5. Just some of the specials you'll find every day, including that delicious Blue Bunny ice cream that I love in particular I'm back on the drumstick kick. The chocolate, the vanilla, the strawberry, just $2.99. Check them out at your local Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. Make it Double B's. And let's see. This question for Rick Schaeffer by way of our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line from Scott and Bryant. Ask Rick if he thinks Rafael Palmeiro will ever be in the Hall of Fame. Interesting, President Trump played golf with Roger Clemens and his Roger's son. And he said Clemens should be enshrined in the Hall of Fame now.
I don't even understand why writers have been hesitant to. His trainer made comments. Roger Clemens has never said he used that. Roger Clemens had an amazing work ethic, and but even if he did, and even if Barry Bonds did, they did it before PEDs were outlawed by baseball. Rafael Palmeiro lied to Congress. He said he never took them, and then after that tested positive. Because of that, he'll never be in the Hall of Fame. His numbers are extraordinary. Numbers, I think there are certain numbers that only 3 or 4 guys have ever put together when you do the combination. But he's not going to get in because he said, point blank, I didn't do it. And then after that, he tested positive. So he's got no chance. I wish Mark McGwire had a chance, but he also lied to Congress. But later, at least, he has confessed. Palmeiro never confessed; he just got caught. So no, I don't think Palmeiro has a chance. But I think Barry Bonds, and I am not a fan of him as a human by any means, as those who covered him aren't, most of them. But he's one of the 3 or 4 best players in the history of the game. I have no idea why he gets so few votes. And I think that those who won't vote for him and those who won't vote for Clemens are total hypocrites, because none of those guys are perfect either.
Well, the clock's expired.
Amen to that.
Yeah,
Clock expired.
Yeah, the clock's expired. It'll take the Veterans Committee to do it now. Yeah. But the point being, again, they were convicted of, or they were accused of doing steroids when steroids were not illegal in baseball. Were they illegal in America? Yes. But they weren't illegal in baseball. And that'd be like saying Babe Ruth shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because he drank beer in the 20s. You know what? They had prohibition in the 20s. Beer was illegal. But I think Babe probably drank some of it. Probably drank a lot of it.
Well, I hope he did.
So, and I'll
Something
bet
added to his waistline.
I'll bet there are some other players that did too. And in fact, we can brag about how great it is to go to Hot Springs. I think in the 20s they served beer in Hot Springs, which was one of the attractions for the baseball players and the gangsters too, even though it was illegal.
Just think about Babe Ruth doing a Miller Lite commercial. That would have been pretty good, wouldn't it?
I don't know if he'd have said less filling.
I said Babe Ruth and that big old belly he had.
Yeah, at the end of his career, he was a sleek athlete for most of his career. But when you get into the 1930s, near the end of his career, he put on some weight.
He was a poster boy.
Yeah.
All right, this from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Is the Blue Book back? Thursday. Thursday is our first Blue Book. The Bud Light Little Blue Book will be back on Thursday.
And that's why it's a blue book, because Bud Light can is blue.
Raymond, you're on top of your game.
Man, I tell you.
I mean, you're on top of your game. This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Jeff in Monticello says, Randy, ESPN app has Harrison is number 11 and as a sophomore. I'm just reading you, Jeff, right straight from the depth chart.
He is number 11. Yeah, that's on the depth chart. He's number 11. And but he is listed as a sophomore on the depth chart.
What did I read from earlier?
I don't know.
Oh, I know I did. I read. Okay, you've seen how they do this, Rick, on the what's it called?
I don't know.
In-depth chart, ... offense. On here, he's 82. On here, he's a freshman. Then when I go to the actual depth chart,
Yeah,
absolutely
number 11 is a
correct.
sophomore.
Monte
What's the-
Harrison.
yeah.
He is a sophomore.
Yeah, number 11. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So he did play enough to let her last year. Yeah.
So that's
He
confusing.
played, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's confusing if you look at this in-depth chart.
And
I
see,
thought it straight. I thought it was crazy when I read it.
They also
So-
don't list letters. Remember how we used to do that?
Yeah.
So like Taylor Green would be a one-year letterman.
Right.
They don't list that.
And all they do now is just list whether you're a redshirt freshman or otherwise, then your size and weight.
So they don't get Letterman's jackets, sweaters anymore. They just get money.
Oh,
Yeah, go buy your own. You got money.
I would have to ask that. I don't know.
Got your own money. Go buy it. Go buy it. Interesting. Okay. Thank you. You have corrected me, Jeff. And it is on the actual depth chart, number 11 and not 82. So he has changed numbers. This from our D3 Auto Sales Bus text line. Use the snippet tool on your computer, and you can take a screenshot of it and send it to him as a picture.
Yeah, I tried it. It didn't work out, and then I tried another way. So I don't know if Rick's got the emails yet so he can know who you're going to be talking to each week.
It's okay.
Snippet.
You guys are trying. Here's what I do when I email. Kramer, thank you for sending this, Rick, and I send it to you. And you don't have to do attachments, and you don't have to hit anything to go to Microsoft Office. You don't have to do anything. You just read what I sent to you. And when Randy sends me the SEC release, it's the SEC release, and I can read the SEC release. But when you send me who's coming that day, I have to hit a thing that takes me somewhere else and says you got to plug this in and plug that in, and I can't do it.
Yeah, I think it's the. So I sent it from a different email. Tell me if it works when we get off the air.
Oh, no, this is too much excitement.
It's riveting, isn't it?
Yeah, too much excitement.
Drive time IT.
And here we go from our D3 Auto Sales Bus text
you sent
line.
it 3 times. Let's see. Okay, that one doesn't work. All right. Go ahead.
From the 501, print the schedule as a PDF, save it, and then send it as an email.
It didn't work.
Okay, I got Tuesdays. You sent me Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm. And then I
Well,
sent
can
Wednesday,
read it.
Thursday, Friday for this next email.
Same way?
Yeah.
Kramer, that is really amazing. You know, if you just do that every week, I could read them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wow, I'm going to tell you what.
You want me to set up some Wi-Fi routers at you guys' houses also?
Do not
those are already set up at our
Okay,
house.
okay.
We're okay, yeah.
Do not touch the
Thank
buttons
you.
on your radio. Whatever you do.
Yes,
do not
please.
change stations.
Help. All right, this from Ron in
Thank you.
Pine Bluff.
Thank
Ron in Pine Bluff sums it up.
Yeah.
He says, what is an email? I'm still on a flip phone and no computer. Off the grid.
Does he live with Bill Lee?
Bless his heart, yes.
Bill Lee, spaceman, who was on with us and evidently is coming back next year.
Oh, wow.
Despite his political statements, which are not exactly in line with most Arkansans. He is coming back, and if you think Republican and Democrat, no, he's neither. So you don't be offended if you're either party.
He's the spaceman. That's his political party.
He is. His political party's Rhinoceros, and I don't know anybody else that's a member of that. But anyway, he was very funny. But he lives in northern Vermont. He said it's about 30 minutes from the Canadian border. He has no internet. He has no cell phone. He has no TV. He has no radio. He has a Princess phone, which is a dial Princess phone, which they brought in. It was brand new about 45 years ago, maybe 50. That's what he's got. And that's his only communication with the world.
Did you notice?
Probably has a moose as his best friend.
Did you notice how he signed?
It is.
Thank you, Steve, if you're listening, Steve Harrison. He sent us 3 baseballs, signed baseballs.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't get one, but
Okay.
maybe they're coming here. They sent you to the station or your home?
No, got it at home.
Okay, all right. I just haven't gotten them.
Got it from Al Habrowski,
Great.
Johnny Bench,
Wow, isn't that
and then the
something?
other one by Bill Lee. And on
What
one
does
side,
Bill Lee say?
it says Earth 2025. Earth 2025.
I love that.
That's what Bill Lee's got. Bill Lee, and then underneath the seams,
Oh,
Earth
my gosh.
2025.
That's hilarious.
I'd really like to have that Johnny Bench ball, Randy.
Thank you, Steve. That's very nice of you.
I mean,
very nice.
I mean, do you have a Brett Favre autographed jersey?
Oh, are you hinting on something? Would you like that ball?
Oh, that'd be a trade.
Yeah. What about that?
Wow.
What about that
Right.
poster George Kell signed that I gave to you?
Is this turning
good,
into
the
Tradio?
music. The music hit at the perfect time.
Oh, you've already got the Brett Favre jersey. He's not
Yeah.
offering a trade. You've already got it.
Yeah,
so he's
he's already-
indicating that he's been very nice to you in the past.
He's trying to cash in some chips, is what he's saying.
Amen.
Okay.
For Johnny Bitch, what else you got you want to negotiate with? Gang Mickey Mantle stuff?
I do.
All right, Drive Time Sports. We'll wrap it up in a moment. Stay tuned.
Hi, it's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood. The new 2026 Rams are here. These new trucks have the best warranty in the industry. 10 years, 100,000 miles on the powertrain. Come in and also ask about our special on the all-new return of the Hemi motor. We've got discounts up to $12,000 off remaining on 2025 Rams and finance rates as low as 1.9%. And also $8,500 off all new Ram 2500 heavy duties. The new Jeep Wrangler up to $5,000 off. And the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee up to $7,000 off and up to $3,000 off the all-new Jeep Compass. We make it easy to buy, no high pressure, no haggling, and don't worry about your credit. Go to FletcherCredit.com and get pre-approved in minutes. Folks, we're still buying cars every day. So bring your old car to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and turn it into cash. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. Shop us before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Welcome to Moe's. Everywhere you look, prices are going up, but not at Moe's Southwest Grill. Here, the best deal in burritos just got better. We lowered the prices on our Moe Monday special. The burritos and bowls you love are now starting at $6.99. Hot and delicious, made your way with high-quality ingredients. We never cut corners. Guess that's why our bowls are round. Come see us this Monday. And here's my daughter, Andy Kate, with a reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Injured? There's only one number you need to know. 888-8888.
At Rainwater, Holton, Sexton, no case is too big and no insurance company too strong.
Just dial 888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
The games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites. Walk On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer, and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages, from melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online in the app. Walk On Sports Bistro. Game on.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter agents Lawrence Forrester or Bo Beavis in Cabot or Candace Alford in Gravel Ridge today.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bobber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Stunning Ever Special Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evil Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Now, back to Drive Time Sports, live from the Eat My Catfish studios. Eat fresh, eat local, eat my catfish. You've got Drive Time Sports locked in on the Buzz Radio Network. Here is Randy Rainwater.
Welcome back. Final segment. Don't forget, coming up next, Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. Want to remind you that This is Arkansas. The weather is strictly unpredictable. Today, 77, 78 degrees, whatever it was. 1 minute the sun's out, the next minute your power's gone. That's why we at the Rainwater household, we are looking in to the Generac home standby generator from Tri-State. It turns on automatically in seconds, keeps your home powered, cool, and safe. Boy, did we have just a momentary glitch the other day. Thank goodness it only lasted maybe seconds. Right now, Tri-State is offering up to $1,799 off a new Generac generator. Plus, they'll throw in free 1-year maintenance plan, a 1-year free remote monitoring. And with the Generac generator, you're ready for anything that summer or winter, for that matter, can throw your way. It's a smart move, especially right now in this heat. Head to tristategenerators.com. That's tristategenerators.com to schedule your free quote. That's tristategenerators.com. Terms and conditions apply. Call for details. All right, Rick Schaeffer, along with Ray Tucker, I'm Randy Rainwater. This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line all the way from Cali, better known as California. 559 prefix. Says, hey, I think Stan got a new phone. You can hear him a lot better. LOL. I guess so, all the way to California. This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Randy, it wouldn't be the week leading up to a Razorback sporting event, starting without Stan and Navy Mike to call and pump everybody up.
You know, we don't hear from Navy Mike much anymore.
No, we don't.
Maybe he's still working in North Dakota or something, but
maybe
that's okay.
Maybe he's sailing the oceans wide. This from the 205 in Alabama from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line. Interesting. What coach is going to say? Oh, this is the worst freshman class, and we're not good here or there, et cetera, et cetera. You have to be kidding me. You're so drunk from the Kool-Aid.
No. If you didn't think it was the best freshman class ever, you wouldn't say that. You'd say it's a good group of freshmen. We can see several that we think will help us. So that is not a statement that a coach makes lightly.
Now, I don't know if this is a
fact.
Am
I wrong?
No, I don't know. Well, name me a coach that says we're going to be bad going into this season.
No. But the comment was that this is the best freshman class that they've signed since he's been there. And
that's what he said.
And he did say that, and the responder was saying, well, what's he going to say? This is the worst class? No. But if he didn't think it was the best class he'd signed, he would have said, hey, it's a really good class. We see a lot of talent in this group. And he wouldn't say it's the best class.
And I appreciate all the hard work they put in.
Yeah, right.
And we hope that we'll see something out of them in maybe 4 or 5 years. This from our D3.
Hope we'll see them in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's a good question, too. This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line from the 501. I believe that if you purchase that package, you watch the game from the bar as well. I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think that is strictly a Friday
ticket
night.
To the game.
I don't think that rooftop is.
I don't think $30 will get you in that area on game day.
No, I don't think so either.
No, I don't think so. Hey, for Notre Dame, that area is 185.
That's not bad.
It's not?
No, not for Notre Dame.
Okay.
Okay, this from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line from Drew. Says, RR, you would be one less notebook if no depth chart. What would you do with all that time? Oh, I don't know. I mean, that sets up all my other work.
Yeah, what would the coaches do if they didn't have a depth chart, Randy? Yeah.
RR is still under contract for Jerry. He has a deal already. That must be talking about Micah Parsons.
Yeah, he does have it. Yeah, he is under contract.
Mm-hmm.
And what you gonna make?
And that's the danger of him not play. If he doesn't play, and he's under contract. That means he's still a Cowboy next year.
That's $24 to $26 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to give up.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be playing somehow, some way, whether or not he'll be ready for game one, unless he can come up with an injury that he can't play in game one.
I think
he's
I'm
probably injured from laying on the bench.
Yeah. Back's got to be bothering him.
He's allergic to furniture polish.
This from our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line from the 870 is Amari Cooper headed to Oakland or Las Vegas? You said Oakland. Tighten up.
Yeah, it is Las
Did I
Vegas.
say
That's
Oakland?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, why not?
Because I said I like Pete Carroll.
Maybe he's going to be going back and forth from Oakland to Los Angeles. Is it that far? No, it is. That's San Francisco. Yeah, okay. Never mind. He's in Las Vegas. DK says.
Wait, I thought he was.
He's a Raider. They're in Las Vegas now.
Yeah, Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah.
You said Oakland.
Yeah, he did say Oakland.
Well,
They're in Las Vegas.
Don't matter. Like I said, he's going to commute back and forth. From our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line, DK says, thank Chad Morris for that 9-win season because he recruited those players. He was a darn good recruiter, even though he was lacking in the college coaching abilities.
Well,
turned out he wasn't even good going back to high school after all that.
You do have to give him some credit for that, but the first team that Pittman coached with those players only won 3 games. So I'm sure Pittman had a few of his own players, including the quarterback, for the team that won 9. I don't know, maybe I have to think about that. Did Pittman recruit KJ Jefferson, or was he already here? He was a freshman. He played as a freshman.
He probably was recruited.
Pittman's,
Yes, he was recruited by Morris.
Was he? Well, he was a freshman.
Because I remember him out of Mississippi.
Well, he was a true freshman Pittman's first year. So Pittman might have signed him because then he was a redshirt freshman. Was he a redshirt freshman? Yeah, the year they won 9. Yeah, and then sophomore, junior, and then left. Yeah.
I'm still thinking he may have been, though, Chad Morris's recruit.
I'm not sure.
Brian says, by way of our
Burks was.
Yeah. From our D3 Auto Sales Buzz text line, Brian says, just print the Excel spreadsheet and scan it and email it to Rick.
Look, I got it. He sent it. I got it.
Yeah, it's all taken care of.
Yeah, that's right.
Then it goes on to say, Randy has plenty of trees. Well, I do, but I'm not going to cut one down. Just send it to Rick. Ray, just paint Randy one of your beautiful paintings of the jersey, the ball, and one other thing. That's fair. I guess talking about our dear drive time. The best steak I've ever had is a steak I'm having today. That's what my dad owes you to tell me, and he's always right. Best steak I've ever had is the steak I'm having today. That's what my dad owes you to tell me, and he's always right.
You just read all the typos, don't you?
Wow. Then Waldo Marks says it's full tilt boogie. Hadn't heard that in a while, thank goodness. It was those stadium nachos. He had to lay down on the table because his tummy hurt. Micah Parsons. Okay. All right. Now we're caught up. Now we can.
We're just in time. We're
just
almost
in
over.
time, yeah.
Yeah, you caught up. That's great.
So,
how many times we finish the show with you having caught up totally with live fan feedback?
Not often. Not often. So I'm just double checking to make sure, but no, we did get through them all tonight. Okay. So coming up next, Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors for Rick Schaeffer. Ray Tucker. He's coming back.